Hello there, fellow collectors. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to episode 22 of Sneak Peek. I am here with the one and only Mr. Up-and-Comer, aka Mr. Meow, aka this Justin, aka Justin, aka How Ya Figure.
Let's go.
What's up, bro? How you doing after a week off? Let's go. Get hyped for the stream.
I'm
How
excited,
you doing, bro?
dude. I'm good, man. I'm doing really well. Glad to be on here. It's been 2 weeks for me, man. It's been 2 weeks for me.
Crazy.
Yeah, I've been really busy, but glad to be back, man. Finally getting some content out there again. Good to be back on Sneak Peek. Got a lot to talk about. It's been a jam-packed week. I think with San Diego Comic-Con upon us, we're going to get even more news throughout the week. So it's going to be a fun week to be in the collecting game. That's for sure.
Dude, it is, man. It's weird. Like, I was off last week because I went to Michigan with the Wolfpack to StatueCon. Shout out to Marcos at Collector Zone for putting on that event. It was awesome. It was just such a fun time hanging out with those guys. So I did a live stream there, but it's weird. I feel like I haven't been live for like a month. It's so weird since it's only been like 2 weeks, but it's crazy, man. It's so weird. Just I feel like I've been gone for a while, but it's good to be back. I was hoping nobody would forget about the show, and we have a jam-packed show. A lot of stuff to talk about. Like you said, SECC is coming up. There's this event happening this week, and obviously we're getting these reveals now. There's probably more reveals to come, so it's going to be a crazy week. Deadpool's dropping this week as well. So this is just going to be a wild week in terms of collecting, in terms of just hype in the movie theater. An exciting week. Can't wait to talk about it. But before we do, and before I address the chat, welcome into the show, everyone. I hope you all enjoy your stay. A little bit of housekeeping for you. If you like what we do on Sundays, please consider supporting the channel by becoming a member of the Evil Empire, where you get access to a bunch of cool perks, including custom emojis, exclusive shoutouts, members only, early access to videos, and also some giveaways from time to time. You can hit that join button on my channel page or use the link pinned in the live chat. As always, huge shout out to all 32 current members. It's crazy. 32 you guys. Thank you all so much. You guys are the best in the 1/6 game, including this dude. How ya figure? Also, if you're looking for some cases like the ones behind me, you can check out MODUSPACE.com. Use code SNEAKER in all caps for $20 off. Last but not least, before we address the chat, I want to give a shout out to Underground Figures. Go check out Underground Figures at undergroundfigures.net. If you make an account on their website, you're eligible for no NRD pre-orders. They have great prices, double box, all shipments free of charge. Check out the description below for more details, and please mention Sneaker sent you if you order something, or even if you just ask them a question. There we have it. I've been working on cutting promos, man. I've been practicing last 2 weeks.
Dude, it's good, man.
Last 2 weeks, and I said, I'm just, I got, working on revamping my entire collection right now, reposing everything, changing things up. I've just been working on my promos actually for the past few weeks.
Nice,
coming down. No,
that's good, dude.
Every day work out these promos.
I just added a couple of POs with good old Ray.
Yeah,
man, he got some. Again, Steve, but this is just from somebody who's like wanting to let y'all know. Like, he had a post where he like has a ton. I mean, he did have Mace Windu in, but I think people jumped on that one. But he's got like Peacemaker up there now. I'm actually tempted to get that one, man. I think I'm gonna get Peacemaker.
He's got another like a Mark 6 pop back up. Peacemaker's up. The Batman still, like, I think more Batman, and then also Batman with the bat signal popped up. So kind of interesting, just like some interesting figures that popped up that I thought were long gone.
And I mean, this was not hard to find, but he's got the 1973 Deluxe Wolverine that I've noticed was new. I check like every couple of days just to see if something pops up. Like, that Peacemaker's a great example. Like, that's one that for the, now that I could get that for pretty much retail, I mean, I'm definitely probably going to pre-order that one. Or, I mean, I say pre-order. I think he's getting these in on like the 31st or something based on.
You said Peacemaker. Peacemaker's great, dude.
Oh, it's a great. Yeah, that's the one I've been wanting.
Awesome figure.
Yeah, I agree. I was watching reviews on it I was like, is this as good as I remember? Because I see it in y'all's backdrops or whatever. And I was like, dude, if I remember correctly, this figure is one that I really wanted like a few months ago. So
You like the show too?
oh, I love the show, man. Yeah, the show I didn't love, but I liked the James Gunn Suicide Squad movie, excuse me. I didn't really care for Peacemaker in that show. I think he played the role what was required of him, but I didn't think it was like this great portrayal or anything. But
Like
that all changed with that all changed with the show, man. I mean, I think that with John Cena getting to be like use his best stuff, which is like that comedy, you know, I just loved it, man. I thought it was great. I'm pretty sure they're making a season 2, so that's a figure that I'm not sure if they're going to get another one of those, man, unless he's going to appear in like a lot of the DC EU or whatever.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Like the new DC universe, they're making season 1 is not like canon to the new DC universe, but season 2 will be, and it picks up starts off at the end of season 1. So it like picks right back up, I guess, at the end, like from where the end of season 1 is. But season 1 is like not included as canon within the DC universe. It's very interesting.
It'll be canon to me. I do too.
I absolutely
wish we could get a vigilante
his character in the movie. Oh, I hated his character. I hated Peacemaker in the movie so much because he's such an asshole. And then the show came out and I ended up loving him as a character. But yeah, great show. If you guys haven't checked out Peacemaker, go check it out. But yeah, man, great figure too. Okay. Join the Evil Empire, everybody. We got Tristan in the house, longtime channel member. Good to have you back, Sneak. Thank you so much, bro. Hope your time away was good. It was really good. Like I said, I went to StatueCon in Michigan, aka Collector's Own. Shout out to Marcos. I really didn't do much filming. I just did the live stream. I was kind of just enjoying my time hanging out with the guys, and they were also doing a lot of filming. So, you know, it's a lot of people to just have a bunch of cameras out all the time. So I just kind of enjoyed the weekend with them. It was just an amazing weekend with those guys. It was just awesome meeting D-Lo in person. So I would, you know, really strongly recommend you guys go check out their videos. I think D-Lo's working on bringing one out, but Graham came out with one, and then Britt came out with 2 different parts. But I would, like I said, just really strongly recommend, if you want to know what collecting's all about, go check out those videos. They're long, but it's like, it is a worthwhile watch. It is a really awesome video. So go check it out.
Yeah, I've watched those, and I was telling Brick, I was like, dude, I actually watched part 2 before part 1 of his video, and I was like, we were kind of laughing about it. But yeah, I think that's what's cool about vlogs. I'm not like, I've filmed at cons before and stuff. It's difficult because not only is the sound, like, you got to have one of those like lavalier like Rode mics or something, because the sound is gonna like, but there's so much going on. It's like just overload of all this awesome stuff that a lot of times I would just go through once without a camera, and then I would go through later, and then maybe, because I always want to go through the con first, like with fresh eyes, not having to worry about filming or anything.
Sure.
But I thought y'all did a good job. It was kind of cool. I know you Graham live streamed a little bit of it, but yeah, that's what it's all about. It's like a really cool, almost feels like you're there with you guys type videos. So yeah, I second that. I've actually Graham's and Brick's are really good videos, so definitely check those out, guys.
Yeah. Hopefully, we were like some of the only 1/6 collectors there. Like, I would strongly recommend, if you can make it out to StatueCon next year, if you're a 1/6 collector, it was a lot of fun. It'd be awesome to get a bunch of people out there. We're likely going to go next year.
Was it a lot of statue YouTubers there and stuff?
Yeah, there's a lot of like, it was pretty much everybody but us pretty much with statues, and some of them kind of had some 1/6 figures as well, but we were like the main 1/6 people that were there, and we had a blast. They were all the statue people were really awesome too.
Let me ask you this real quick. Let me ask you this just real quick. After seeing all those statues and being there, kind of, you know, because I know how it is, like, you see all these cool pieces. I know that we're 6 scale collectors. Do you see yourself potentially adding a statue or 2 to the collection within the next year or 2?
The only statue that I would consider getting is the new Sideshow Mythos Obi-Wan statue that comes with like the interchangeable head sculpts. That's really like the only one that I would consider, because it's quarter scale, so it's not too big. You know, I've seen it like, well, now I've seen a lot of more quarter scale stuff in person, and it would be like a really cool, that's the one that I'm like, that's the only one I'm considering, but we'll see. We'll see about that.
Quarter scale. Quarter scale is where I'd have to go. It's just the space, and like, again, the statues are awesome, dude. But I feel
they're
like
really awesome.
Go ahead.
Take up a lot of space. I was just saying
That's what I was
they
gonna
take up
say.
a lot of space.
I don't know if I have the
cool.
space for it right now. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like, that was my first time seeing statues like that in person. Just everything you can see is just, yeah, it's really, really cool. But yeah, that would be probably the only statue that I would consider.
That would make sense.
Up.
That'd be a cool centerpiece for you, especially with those interchangeable faces. You can have like old Ben.
That's a really dope feature of that, like swapping head sculpts. That is a really smart move because, you know, then you can switch. Yeah, you can swap it out. If you don't want one of them, you just month to month or week to week, whatever you want to do, just swap it out. So
yeah,
good,
dude.
man.
That's
So
a sick statue, man. They're doing a good job with those mytho. Like, again, I've never had one, just based on how they look. They look really cool to me. So
Yep. We got Joven in the house. Says, evening, everyone. Been a great week for my collection. Catwoman 2.0, Mace Windu, and Endgame Thor added to the display. Dude, congrats. That is awesome. We got Universal Key in the house. Evening, everyone. What is up? Thank you for being here. As always, Universal Key. We got Grand Admiral of the channel, Valkyrie, Magnus, Evil Empire Time. Let's go. Looks like StatueCon was a blast. Glad you guys had fun. Yeah, man, it was dope. It was honestly one of the best weekends I've had. It was that level of fun. It was yeah. We got another channel member, Brad Cormack, in the house. What's up, Brad? He says, evening, everyone. Hello there. What's up, dude? We got another channel member, Brandon Primetime Review, says, let's go Obi tomorrow. LOL, dude. If they drop Kenobi tomorrow, if they drop Kenobi this week in the midst of all this other crazy stuff going on, let's go. It'll be the best. It might be the best year ever for Hot Toys. 3 Obi-Wans in 1 year. Just a grail year. Can't believe it. But thank you for being here, bro. We got Christian Cooper in here. What's up, Christian? He says, what's up, Steve, Justin, and everyone in the chat. Thank you for being here as always. We got Grand Admiral, how you figure, right next to me. Says, what's up, everyone? We got another channel member, Cylon, in the house. Says, evening, everyone, with the Grogu emoji. We already changed that profile picture to Deadpool and Wolverine. Let's go. Super excited about that movie. We got another channel member, Tighter FL, in the house. What's up, everyone? What is up, Tighter? I was just talking to him a little bit earlier today. Nice chatting with him. We got Grand Admiral AJ Agrusa in the house. Good evening, friends. I hope all is well. You too, man. Hope all is well with you. We got Ziff76. Evening, all. Happy Sunday. Evening to you. Happy Sunday. Get these Sunday scaries out of here. Don't got to think about work tomorrow. You guys can think about figures and talk about figures with us. Join the conversation. Let's have some fun tonight on the show. We got Doc Batten here, as always, saying, what's up, everybody? What's up, man? Thank you for being here. We got Collection Obsession celebrates 6 months of membership. Hello there. Let's go, dude. Thank you so much for the support. We got people, you know, I do like a tier ranking system to try to match up with the badges. So now it's like the people who are on their 7th month. It's crazy. We have 7 channel members. Actually, probably more than that, because I know some Grand Admirals I don't really keep track that way, but like Grand Admiral or above, but kind of just like the main tier, the Evil Empire tier captains. We have 7 people in there who have been a channel member for now going on their 7th month. So thank you so much. Really appreciate the support. Thank you so much for being here. Doc Bass says, who's getting the Artisan Imposter? Ooh, we're gonna find out. We're gonna talk about it. We gotta save our thoughts. We got OG Fan when Star Wars was just Star Wars. What is up, man? He says, hello, everyone. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. We got Jose Gifted Hernandez in the house. Hello. And no longer a Grand Admiral, but he could very well be by the end of the show tonight. Oh, who knows? OG fan, thank God for Michigan. Abraham Lincoln, 1861. We got another channel member, Honest Hansel, in the house. He says, gentlemen, I'm pumped for the show. Thank you so much for being here and appreciate your support of the channel. I am pumped for the show as well. We got Grand Moff Eric Hankey in the house. He says, hello to everyone. Hello to you, sir. Thank you for being here and supporting the channel. We got Clinton Martin in the house. Says, howdy, folks. What's up, Clinton? Been seeing him around and definitely in the Wolfpack chat as well. So thank you for being here, man. Really appreciate you tuning in. Brad says that Darth Maul statue looks amazing. He's talking about there's one at StatueCon. I'm pretty sure it was an Iron Studios quarter scale Darth Maul, and it looked really good. I forget who it was. I don't know if it was either Brick or Graham, but they were like, oh wow, like this is actually like they actually did like cloth on it or like soft goods for his robe, and it's not. Like it's sculpted so nicely in the way that it flows. Like it looks like it's soft goods, and it's not. It's literally like unmovable.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's the thing about statues. Like some of them are so realistic the way that they sculpt them. I feel like you're less likely to have a quality control issue because like they're sculpted and they're just like they're not made in such a like as big of a quantity as Hot Toys are. So it's just the attention to detail is crazy.
Yeah, and I just know statues, man. It's like that's a rabbit hole, man. I feel like as soon as I get one, I'm gonna want. There is a few. I'm kind of like you. I'd like to have one or two of like some major characters I really love to kind of like if I get, you know, I'm not gonna do it now because I don't have the space. But if I get the space, it would be nice to have that kind of mix in, like having different heights, like a quarter scale, then to the 6 scale. So, yeah, they're awesome, dude. That was the coolest thing about the streams y'all were doing too. Is like I'm kind of versed in statues just because I watch some YouTubers that do statues as well. But that's something that's just like when I see them, I'm still learning a lot about them. So it's just cool to kind of see all the different statues that are out there.
Yeah, they're very cool, very cool. We got another channel member, Collector Joey, in the house. He says, sneakers and peekers. Let's go, bro. What's up, Joey? Thanks for being here, man. We got Low Key Collector. He says, my dudes, what's up, y'all? What's up, Calvin? Thank you for being here, man.
Calvin,
appreciate
what's up, buddy?
It. Let's see here. I'm working my way down because I got backed up. Clinton Martin says, Black Suit Spider-Man came in. Damn, those arms take up a lot of space. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. I have like the Advanced Suit 2.0 when I had the arms on. I had to take them off. But I am going to pose probably the black suit, I think, with the arms on. We'll see. We'll see. We got Grand Moff Cage in the house. Evening, everyone. He says, hello there. Justin, good to have you back. There you go. We got Ren's Talentino in the house. Says, happy Sunday/Monday, everyone. Happy Sunday/Monday to you, bro. Thank you so much for being here, as always. We got Yomo in the house. He says, yo, Yomo, what's up, dude? Thank you for being here, man. Yomo, really cool, dude. Okay, we made it through the chat. We got 41 in here, guys. If you haven't already, 41 in the house. Please hit that like button if you haven't already. We only got 19 likes on the video. We got Joanna Man in the house. What's up, Joanna Man? Says, how you figure I love your accent, giving me Bobby Hill vibes.
Let's go.
And Justin,
that's the goal, baby.
Justin's in a new
the acoustics are different.
A new crib. Yeah, looking good, man. Like in the new case. Valkyrie says,
I love my Mills boat.
There you go.
I like it so far. It was a I hated putting the LED strips in there. I watched all these videos on how to do it. I got impatient, just wanted to get it done. When I get another one, I'm gonna do it different. But that was I hated that. That was awful. Trying to put those strips on there, dude. Like trying to fit them in. I'm gonna have to and I know this is a good segue for you to mention. You know, I know MODUSPACE, some of these other ones have those lights already kind of built in, so I definitely get the appeal there. But I was already at IKEA, so I went ahead and grabbed one.
You have to still put on the like these strip lights right here. You still have to put them on, but like you basically just take like these little double-sided sticky dots, like you peel it off the paper, you put it on the bottom, and then you peel like the layer off of it, and it's a double-sided thing, and you just stick it right up to the top of the frame.
Nice.
Pretty straightforward.
I will say I totally understand now why people, I still like the floating shells because like I was telling Steve backstage, like it doesn't take up floor real estate. So I still am going to implement that. I mean, I might even put a few floating shells here behind me if I don't put posters there. But I definitely get the appeal of cases now that I have one. It's just nice to be able to open it up, like close it, like having a little bit more protection. I like the way it looks. Like right now, it looks really cool. I can actually show off some of my figures on a stream, which is nice. But yeah,
dust.
So
you can keep dust to a minimum if it's not dust proof. But like it's a pain having your figures out in open air and having to dust them. Yeah, super annoying. We got
the
Grand
Vader.
Admiral
Yeah. What's up, Thrawn? But I was just gonna say real quick, the Vader instantly got dust like all over it, dude. Like day one.
Oh yeah, day one. Literally next day, you can already tell. You're getting the specks from the air on it. We got Grand Admiral Thrawn's office in the house. Hi. Thanks for being here, bro. Really appreciate it. We got Frank Flores in the house. What is up, Frank? He says, "What up? What's up, dude? Thank you all for being here. We got 45 in the house now. Let's talk about some figures. With the first one being.
What's up, Yomo?
Before I get to that, 1/6 Star Wars Pimpzoids in the house. So, did your Spider-Man find his missing head yet? Also, did you make adjustments to your display after Deli's critiques? I don't know who Deli is.
I assume that's to you, Steve. Because I don't
think
know
it is too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what you're talking about. If you could elaborate, that'd be great. But thank you so much for being here. 16 stars, Pimpozoid. We got Star Crash 1138 in the house as well, saying, "What is up, guys? What's up, bro? Thank you so much for tuning in." Okay, now let's change it over here. We're going to talk about this guy first. We are going to talk about this guy first. Oh, shoot. I just messed everything up. Hold on. Oh, brother. Oh, shoot. Oh, brother. Hold on. I got to recrop. Let's try that out.
They're saying he meant D-Lo. D-Lo's critiques.
Oh, I gotcha. He meant D-Lo. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay. I have planned to kind of revamp my display. I'm actually like getting all my crotch grabbers out. I actually have them all out. D-Lo probably. Yeah, I kind of plan on redoing my display. I'm getting all the crotch grabbers out because I plan on changing up all of my or the majority of my poses. I want to change up a lot of my poses. I want to post stuff more dynamically and kind of spread some stuff out as well. So yes. And also, yeah, it's really cool. Like once you're with your friends and they're all here and you're talking about figures, like, you know, it's like a motivating thing. You like really get into it and then you're like, dang, it kind of motivates you to, oh dang, like I want to redo this. I want to kind of switch it up. It really like kind of invigorates you and you know, just collecting in general. So yeah. If that makes sense. We got Sith Lord of the channel, Malgus 4. I should say Darth Malgus 4 Emperor. Evening all. What's up, dude? Thank you so much for being here. Let's talk about this this hologram Darth Maul. A surprise to be sure. Unsure if it's a welcome one for everybody. And what I should do right now is I should start a quick poll. Justin, do you want to give your thoughts on this this hologram Maul? Is it something you expected? Are you interested in it? What do you think?
Not something I expected. Not interested in the slightest in it, to be totally honest with you. I get that. I will say that the post that people were sharing, forgive me for not knowing the guy's name right off the top of my head. I'm going blank, but they shared like an in-hand photo of it, and it looked better in hand, like on that Instagram photo or whatever it is. But I don't know, man. I said in my video, like this is kind of like, and I'm kind of being funny, but at the same time, kind of serious. It's kind of like a lamp. I mean, it's like, it's just going to sit there, light up. Some people are going to be into it. That's cool. Happy for you. For me, at the price point, I am glad it came in sub 200. I think it's like going to be sub $200. I mean, obviously after shipping and all that stuff, it's probably 200.
Yeah. It's a whole, if it's, that's $200 for this. Just, steep. But go on. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No. I don't have much to say about it, to be honest with you, man. I mean, even in my video, it's like it's the same photo, just like different angles. So there's not a whole lot. This is what it is. It really reminds me of something you'd find at like, you know, Target or something. I mean, it's like one of those things that I feel like you know how like you can find like lamps of characters and stuff like it feels kind of like that. So for me, it's I think it looks cool, I guess. I mean, but it's just not something I'm in this, like, even in the slightest interested in getting. And I'm hoping that, and again, if you like this, cool. I'm happy for you. But this is a weird thing. It almost makes me think that Hot Toys is going to try to almost like branch out maybe into, they already do those little characters. They're almost like those Funko Pop type characters. And like now they're doing this. So I'm wondering if they're just trying to get into other things other than the 1/6, just to have more stuff, almost be like a one-stop shop for collectibles, And this feels like a collectible. I know this sounds weird, but it feels like a collectible that you would get retail in store, which isn't a bad thing. I mean, there's some good pieces, but again, for like $200 ship for something that's just going to sit there and be lit up. I mean, for me personally, it's just not for me.
Yeah, it's tricky. This one's tricky, man. And like, it seems like Hot Toys is starting to dabble kind of in that, like, appeal to everything, or to everyone rather, I should say. It's an interesting one. Like what this reminds me of is, it reminds me of just like the hologram. This one really reminds me of the hologram that comes with like Solo Maul, where it has him like sitting in the chair. It's a piece that comes with it. It's like the paint applications are very similar. And It's just an interesting piece. Like, I can't put a finger on it is how I feel like when talking about this. I don't know where, like, maybe this would look cool on my desk. Like, but it's going to take up a lot of space. It's 12 inches tall, roughly, you know. Grand Admiral Thrawn's office makes a good point. Strange they call this 1/6 scale when it's really 1-to-1 scale. It really is. It's like it's a 1-to-1 scale hologram. That really is truly what they should call it. Because it would just like being if you were seeing, this is a really good point. I didn't think about this, but yeah, it'd be like if you were seeing it in person. It's interesting. I think like I'm pretty sure I'm passing on this actually. I don't know if I'm gonna go. I don't think I'm gonna go for it. There's just right now with the big sad, it's just too crazy right now, man. The big sad is here. Too much stuff.
And maybe they're trying to appeal
on the horizon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I apologize. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. It's just there's a lot of stuff coming out, and when you got to make cuts, I mean, this is a situation like I guess I would just ask yourself, if this is $150, $160, $170, you know, look at what you can get beyond this if you spend like 50 more bucks. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna get something that's like fully articulated, has a lot more going for it in terms of a figure than this, you know what I mean? Especially with so much stuff that's coming out now. So we'll see. But also, I can 100% see them going down this rabbit hole of holograms. They're so easy to make. This is going to be like, if they make them limited, great, whatever. Like, it's if they make them limited and they just start churning these things out, like, imagine all the holograms that they could do, where they could make easy money by limiting this to 1,500, 2,000, whatever. This one's 1,500. But yeah, I don't know about this one. It's interesting. I don't know if it fits in my collection or not. It's getting a lot of hate, unfortunately. Like, it's getting a lot of hate. But it's just an interesting one. Also, this is the 1.0 head sculpt. You know, it's like we already just got this 2.0 Darth Maul head sculpt revealed, and they're just reusing this one from the DX16. Like, you could at least do the updated head sculpt on this piece. It can't be that hard to do if it's going to come out around like a similar time frame. You know what I mean? Instead of them using this old one. It's also branded Phantom Menace 25th anniversary.
Yeah,
we've gotten 3 things from 25th anniversary: 2.0 Maul, now this hologram with the 1.0 Maul head sculpt, and a droideka. Otherwise, we've gotten nothing else. Like, you got to start pumping out stuff for the Phantom Menace. That's not this, in my mind. But if you want it, cool. I know we got some people in here that do want it. Star Crash says, I want him glowing Maul nice. It is like, if you're really into Darth Maul too, like, I know like Reese, the Maul fiend, he wants this because like he loves Darth Maul. You know, if this was an Obi-Wan hologram, I'd probably be like, okay, this is one that I will get, but I think it's going to take that for me to get it. You know what I mean? Like, I gotta really, it's gotta be the GOAT to me when it comes to getting this. Like Tighter FL says, if they do an Emperor Palpatine hologram, I'm in. Clinton says, I have no friends near me in real life that collect. I'm sorry, bro.
That's why we got YouTube, baby.
That's why we got YouTube, baby. That's why we're all boys. We're all friends. Let's go.
Yep. You know, I think for me, Steve, it's like, you know, what I was going to say earlier was, at first I thought, okay, they're trying to go for the non-6 scale collector with this release. Like, they're trying to get, you know, just people that really like the character of Maul. It's like what we talk about with Harry Potter. Like, Harry Potter fans, you know, they might not collect 6 scale, but they collect other things. That's what I'm saying with the price point, though. I mean, if you're trying to appeal to non-6 scale collectors, and we're still looking at 200, right at 200, maybe a little bit more after shipping, taxes, everything, that's still not appealing to the non-6 scale collector. Like, I thought that this should come in around $100 personally. Yeah. And $100 piece would make sense to me. I mean, if this was $100, now it's a different conversation. It's like, okay, yeah, this is pretty cool for $100. And again, I'm super happy for everybody that wants this. I'm glad I don't want it, because like Steve was saying, there's so much stuff coming out, and for 200, like, there's figures that I really want. Like, I can go get a Bo-Katan right now for $200. So I'm like, that's what you got to weigh out, is like, would I rather have a 6 scale figure, or do I want this, you know? And again, if you're a super big Maul fan or Star Wars fan, I get it. And I mean, I love Star Wars, but this to me just, I think you said it best with these are easy to make. I don't want to say, you know, because I know that work goes into this stuff, But I do feel like we're definitely going to be getting more of this type of stuff for sure, especially if this one sells well, which I assume it's going to because it's Maul, it's 25th anniversary.
Yeah.
I think that's what bothers me is the 25th anniversary release.
Right.
Like I think that's what's like getting to me is like, dude, what the hell is this? Like, can we get some characters? Like, I want to see more characters, and I know they'll eventually do it. But like we were talking about earlier, man, like in May, the prequel hype is at its all-time high. Like this is not going to last
Here
forever.
I am. Here
Exactly.
I am. Show me some
ready to
Phantom Menace
buy.
figures. This is the first movie I saw in theaters as a kid. This is the first Star Wars movie I ever had a theatrical experience with. Like, show me some figures. I am like the person right now that if you start announcing 25th anniversary stuff, I would be all over it, right? And I'm not alone in that. I know a lot of other people who are like that as well. Clinton says, I'm not going to spend Hot Toys money on this, but it'd be cool to have it on the desk. The color when it's not lit, it looks good though. I think it looks fine. Like, I think it's
I think the conversation is
cool.
Is it worth the price? Like, I think
what's the price going to be?
Yeah, I think that's what me and Steve are kind of saying. Cool. I think we agree on that, Steve, is like, for this price point, for a little bit more, look what you could get.
Yeah, I think I saw it's like 930 Hong Kong dollars. And I think Scorch, who we're going to talk about, Clone Commander Scorch, he was, I think he was like 1730. So we're roughly talking half the price of Scorch. Scorch is probably going to come in at 270, 280. So you can bank on this being 140, 150. In my mind, like that's probably the price point that they're going to be around, considering like, because I think 930 Hong Kong is like $120 USD, but you know we're going to get 25% sideshow markup minimum. And this is an exclusive piece. So like 150, maybe pushing beyond that. And then you add tax and shipping, this would be $180. Yeah. 190, like
and that's just around the same price as like a Hano Studios figure now.
Yeah.
With that new line.
Yeah.
Like,
so it's just,
again,
it's tough.
I want to give credit where credit's due. I mean, Hot Toys is churning out so many figures. It seems like they're listening to the community on some of the, like the Mantis head sculpt update. I don't want to like hate on Hot Toys too badly with this. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, it's a release. I can choose not to buy it. I think where I'm coming from is like, why is this a 25th anniversary? Maybe they're doing it so it'll sell better. I mean, that would make sense. But I just want more 25th anniversary stuff personally. I mean, out of all the Star Wars films, I would probably collect the most stuff from that line simply because of that nostalgic factor. That's the first Star Wars film that a lot of people our age got to see in theater. So that's a very special.
Yeah, dude, give us some stuff.
Thank you. But again, to close up what I'm saying on this, if you're excited about this, man, that's awesome. I wish it was a little cheaper for you guys who are picking it up. A lot of people talking about it being on the desk, you know, stuff like that. I think that's a good idea. I think that actually would be a preferred idea, to be honest with you, than to have it with your other stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, just not for me.
Yeah, and I'm with you saying like it's like cheers to Hot Toys for innovating. You know what I mean? Like I'm all about seeing stuff like that. Like this is something new we haven't seen. So it's always good to see stuff. Like I like the thought and the idea of this. You know what I mean? Like it's cool to get stuff like this. Is it for me? Like I said, there's so much stuff coming out right now and they're not slowing down. Deadpool and Wolverine's around the corner. Like it's just there's going to be more Phantom Menace 25th anniversary figures, hopefully. It's crazy, man. A lot of stuff incoming. What's up, Crevis 1138? He says, hey Steve, Justin in chat, hope everyone's had a great weekend. You as well, man. Thank you so much for being here. Another channel member of the Evil Empire. Thanks so much, bro. Tristan says, this is so iconic to me and I'm still not getting it. Christian says, huge Maul fan but not getting this. OG fan says, I have the play toy Queen Amidala pose, hands crossed, head down, sad looking, and seriously considering putting Hollow Maul behind her literally as the Phantom Menace. That'd be cool.
That's cool.
It's a cool idea. Christian says it looks kind of cheap. I mean, it is hard when like we're used to seeing these figures that are so detailed, and then we get something like this that's basically like a huge chunk of plastic, you know.
And that's why if the price point was a little bit lower, Steve, I don't think anybody would have batted an eye at this. I thought
it was $100
like,
maybe. It was $100. Like you're getting Hot Toys detail, and it's like, yeah, I think you're right about that. OG says with rewards, this Maul will be reasonable. That's how I'm justifying it. There you go. Clinton says holograms and Force Ghost. Would you get a Force Ghost Alec Guinness? Probably. And I think another thing is if they do a Force Ghost, they can do beyond this when it comes to like how they sculpted this. Because because like the hologram look is different to me than seeing like a Force Ghost. I feel like Force Ghost would be more detail and the paint application would be different with different shading and stuff. But again, it would be plastic probably. So it's a really tough thing to make. I feel like to have a Force Ghost. 16 Star Wars Pimzoid says, when the heck are all these announced exclusives going to be available to order or join the queue system? My guess, I'm just guessing. I have no information on this, but I think this event is on July 26th. I'm going to guess like they're going to probably show like release photos of this stuff because they're all releases. All these are releases. So like this is a release, Imposter Joker is a release, and Deadpool as well, and Scorch. They're all like instant releases, I'm pretty sure, for this event, at least like like the initial batch for some of them. It's kind of confusing. But I'm going to guess probably this week is when we'll get some information on. They're always usually within 1 week they tell us, right? Sometimes it's been like immediately the next day stuff goes live, or even like same day. But I feel like these ones probably this week is when we find out. Clint says this is a Sidious cosplay accessory. It's like the Return of the Jedi anniversary all over again. Yeah, that was crazy. Like they barely gave us anything. Honest Hanson says, no thanks to this Maul. Give me Qui-Gon 2.0, please. Dude, give me just Artisan Qui-Gon. That's all I want. He's the one Jedi that needs like Artisan and Kenobi from Attack of the Clones.
Delo's comment is how I kind of feel about it. Yeah.
Thanks so much for being here, bro. Maul is Disney gift shop while on vacation.
That's a
good way to put it.
That's what I was searching for, Delo, when I said it looks like something out of like a Target. That's kind of more accurate, what you just said. It does feel like a thing you get on vacation. They overprice it a little bit. You know that you're spending too much, but you were on vacation, so you're excited. Again, man, if this came in at $100, I mean, I still wouldn't be getting it, but I'm just, I think it's that price point for this, man. And I think a lot of people are also a little worried that if this one sells well, we're going to get a ton of, I think we're going to get a ton of these no matter, like, I think they are going to branch out to some of this type of stuff. It's just quick, like Steve was saying, it's just quick stuff they can put out there, sell, however many units they make of this pretty quickly. And, but yeah, man, there's just so much stuff, dude. And again, the 25th anniversary, I'm somewhat new to it. I'm not even a year in, but it seems like the anniversaries don't really mean much with Hot Toys. It seems like they focus more on events as opposed to the anniversaries, which I'm kind of learning. Like they don't. What we thought that we were going to get all these announcements for the anniversary, and it definitely hasn't gone how we thought it was going to go. Maul being announced, we thought of that, but everything else that's come out from the anniversary, I just think has been so weird. Like,
it's also like, I wonder if they're waiting to do like Padawan Obi-Wan because we have this Kenobi that's going to drop. Like I could see this Kenobi dropping from the show and then like that week or a week later announcing Padawan Obi-Wan just to space it out a little bit. It depends on if these figures are going to be announced throughout like this entire year or not, but we're already in Q3.
Well, that's what I was going to say. That's what's crazy about Star Wars. Just to show you the power of Star Wars, we've had one show this whole year. That's it. And it, really wasn't like super well received. It's not like this thing that people think is the best thing ever, like when The Mandalorian came out. But we've had one show, and we're still getting so many Star Wars figures, more than we can even keep up with. And so that's what's crazy about Star Wars, man. It's like next year, the hype is even going to be higher because they're going to have Star Wars Celebration. They're going to have all that different stuff. There's probably going to be more projects coming out.
Celebration exclusives happening.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, so for this much stuff to be coming out for Star Wars, I mean, that's the power of Star Wars, dude. They could not release a movie for 10 years and we would still be just so much stuff to buy. So.
Yep. Tyler says, yeah, anniversaries, we're getting 2 or 3 drops. Attack of the Clones was the exception, which is crazy.
I know
that the least well-received prequel movie is the one that got the most love. Granted, the characters are like must-haves, basically the ones that they did. That's the other thing, is like these characters that they did are awesome. Eric says, when are these exclusives going up on Sideshow? I'm guessing, I know he meant July 26th. We don't know. Stay tuned to the RSVP pages. That's what I would say on Sideshow. stay tuned to the RSVP pages. Usually I just like refresh them every day and kind of see, and just like social media, people end up telling you when it goes live as well. Valkyrie says, I would love Padawan Obi-Wan. We need it. Yes, we do.
Yeah. That'll be
we need that figure, dude. We have a Qui-Gon, we have a Maul 2.0. They have to do I will be very not happy if we don't get a Padawan Obi-Wan, which they showed when they teased the IP, Obi-Wan and Maul battling for the 25th anniversary. That's the logo they showed. So like, come on, you got to do it. You got to do it. Okay, let me just close the poll here. Oh, end poll. Are you getting the hologram Maul? 26 votes, no. 76% yes. 23% of people are going to go for it. So nice. Good luck to all who are trying. And yeah, it's like, if this wasn't a year where like there were 15 to 20 things coming out that I was interested in, I would probably consider this a little bit more. You know what I mean? But there's just so much stuff coming out that I would rather get, beyond this one. Okay, now let's talk about this guy here. Not one that I expected was going to be announced. Not one that I expected was going to happen. Hold on. Before we get going, let me just start a poll. See if people are going for this. Or are you going for the Joker? We got Justin B in the house. What's up, Justin? What's up, y'all? Just tuned in. Sorry if it's been mentioned before, but how do you like that case, Justin? I've been thinking about getting an IKEA Mills bow too. You want to give a quick 30-second pitch review for the Mills bow?
Yeah, I like it a lot. Again, it's my first case, so it's probably going to feel even better to me because I don't have others to compare it to that I've had. But I really like it. It's really, I think the build quality is good on it. I think it looks great. The assembly of it, since it was the first time I ever put one together, it took me a little bit. But now that I put one together, I feel like if I get another one, it's going to be a lot easier and simpler. But yeah, to answer your question, it's really good. I think for the price, it's a great deal. They had it on sale, like $40 off at IKEA when I was up there getting some other stuff. And I just decided to go ahead and get it. It is heavy though, man. So like when you go get it, it comes in like 2 different boxes if you go in person to get it. So just be aware of that. It's a very heavy, it's a pretty heavy box. And, but yeah, I love it. And I'll definitely be getting more cases like this to, because I mean, I see now why people get multiple cases. It does take it to that next level of like presentation for sure.
There you go. Christian says, Justin giving me PTSD talking about Trashlight. Oh, that show, man, that show's honestly, I'd probably rank that show dead last in all the Star Wars content that I've seen. It's crazy, man.
Yeah,
I thought about doing just like a show wrap up, but I don't know. We need that Padawan Obi. Yes, we do.
You just wanted to forget about it. You're just like, I just got to move on.
I mean, also like I have no interest in rewatching it. You know, that kind of says something about it. But Eric says I'm only going for Commander Scorch because of the leaks. Yeah, so there's just leaks that happened, right? General Grievous diecast, Darkside Anakin Artisan, 212th Airborne Trooper. I think Darkside Anakin's going to happen for sure. I think Grievous is probably going to happen too. But I feel like Darkside after getting this Joker, I talked about this on the Wolfpack. Now that we just got this Joker, I think Darkside Anakin's pretty much a given. Like, why would they not do it? You know
Anything's possible after this announcement.
Yeah, I guess I'll talk about this one first in general, but yeah, I thought Artisan was going to be like, they're really going to limit this product. They're showing an Artisan figure. Artisan's going to be like this kind of exclusive limited run of a figure. We're only going to get super like specific figures from different IPs to do Artisan. And then like they show this, which kind of for me throws all that out the window. You know what I mean? Like they're just going to Artisan kind of a bunch of different stuff. But I'll talk about it. I want to just get to a couple more things. Clinton. So this is what I'm going to talk about. Clinton says this. I'll just get into it. This looks flipping cool. Not for me. Do you think this cheapens or makes the Artisan Joker less than? So it's interesting because we just got that upcoming release photo that Hot Toys put out, right? Where we see Artisan Joker is on there, right? And then we get this shown, which this is basically like the same head sculpt. I think it's tough when we get, I don't think it necessarily cheapens it. I don't think it really cheapens it in the way of like, I think we're still going to get a really high quality figure. And I think it's going to be, I think Artisan Joker is going to be one that people are really going to love and people are going to want to have. I do think that figure in the aftermarket is probably going to be pretty high. I think people are pretty high on that figure in general. If it comes out looking like this, if this head sculpt is what we get for Artisan Joker, oh dude, I'm going to be really happy with that figure. This looks really, really good if they nail it like this. Yes. What was I saying? Oh yeah, does it cheapen? So I don't think it cheapens. I think the issue is when you have something, when they're pushing Artisan Joker as something that's limited, so limited to 4,000 pieces, I'm pretty sure, right? For the Artisan Joker. And the only thing that sets it apart is the fact that you get the head sculpt that's rooted hair. That's the 4,000 limited, is you're getting rooted hair. And then you drop something like this. You're basically like taking that and lessening the exclusivity of it. And I'm not saying that it's wrong of them to like re-release an exclusive, because I know that's happened before too, right? We get figures, they're an exclusive, and then like a few years down the road, they get re-released again in another form or as another exclusive, right? That can happen. I'm not saying like, because reissues happen. Those things, like those things happen. I get that. But for this, we don't even have an artisan release yet, right? We don't even have an artisan figure out, and they're already using the head sculpt on a new artisan figure, and the one that came out that's supposed to be limited exclusive is not even out yet. Like, that is crazy. That is just like, this is like one of the weirdest decisions for me. It's crazy. And this is a reused DX19 body, which we already know how many times they've reused that, right? So it's basically like everybody's been talking about. This is like a kit bash. It looks really cool. It looks really cool. Elo says still better than the Warner Brothers 100 Batman, which is a crazy, even that figure is crazy that they did that. So I think it's interesting that they did this. And I talked about this on Wolfpack. Actually, D'Lo and I had a really good kind of back and forth conversation because he feels a little bit differently about this. But, you know, what's stopping somebody from just taking this, buying this, and like say they missed out on Artisan Joker and they bought the sculpted Joker. Like, oh, I'm good with the sculpted, fine. Oh, but now I can buy this. I want this figure in my collection. Buy this. I would take this head sculpt and just put it right on that sculpted Joker and put the sculpted one on this. Because I think this would look great as like a sculpted hair figure. I don't think it necessarily needs to be rooted hair. So basically, like what I was saying is, well, you doing that, you have a sculpt, or you have an Artisan Joker in your collection at that point. You know what I mean? So they kind of just, this one I think is, what was this limited to 3,000? So they kind of just took this and made it so like now we can just, people can create their own Artisan Joker out of this. The side note of that is a point that D'Lo brought up, is like, well, if you end up like ever selling this down the line, like it's not going to be a true Artisan Joker, because you're not going to have whatever the box may look like. You're not going to get the, you know, the little acrylic container that the head sculpt ships in that's specific to like the wool implanted hair. But if you're going to keep it, you can make yourself an Artisan Joker if you get this. You know what I mean? If you missed out on the other one, that's supposed to be an exclusive limited figure that hasn't even released yet. Like, that to me is just like, what is this logic, right? It's kind of crazy. Alex, what's up, Alex? Alex Danvers in the house. What's up, man? Thank you for being here. He says, I'm going to try mostly just because I missed out on the previous Joker Artisan and I need that rooted hair head sculpt. Bingo. Like, this is going to get like, this is exactly what I'm saying. Like, you missed out on the previous one. Oh, I want the rooted hair head sculpt that was supposed to be limited, is now you have 3,000 more units to go get this. Giovanni says, I'm okay with more niche exclusive stuff like Maul and Joker. Don't feel bad for skipping out on them. I wish they didn't do that for stuff like Scorch or unique characters. Yeah, we're going to talk about Scorch for sure. Christian says, facts, worst Star Wars show ever. It has good going back to Acolyte just real quick, like there were some good parts. I just feel like it was executed, like the storyline was very intriguing, just the way it was executed and written, and just, yeah, there's just some issues I have with it, but I feel like it had the potential. A season 2 is going to happen. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. We got another channel member, Cylon, in the house. Says, oh, I already mentioned him earlier, but because because I just saw his logo again. But he was talking about case. Thank you, EvilSneaker. I got my Modu case from the giveaway. Grail. Yes, he got his from the 1,000 subs stream. No, was that the 1,000 sub stream or is that the that was the 500? 1,000 was the mono. This was 5,000 or 500 sub stream a few months back, but that's awesome, man. Congrats. Thank you for supporting the channel, and I am glad you got your case from the giveaway. I think you got a DF 120. So shout out to MODUSPACE for that one. Clinton says same head sculpt, different paint, and shorter hair. Some people are saying this is the final for the Artisan Joker. If that's the case, it's a damn good head sculpt. This head sculpt is amazing. I will, if this is, yeah, like if this is what actually happens right here for Artisan Joker, like I don't know what I'm gonna do with my InArt Joker. It might be going because, and I thought InArt looked better from the prototype, but now if this is the actual final version, this is probably gonna be the one that looks better. Look at this, man. It's crazy. And they modified the hair too. You know, it's shorter. Yeah, they got to get their money's worth. So that's kind of my thoughts on it as far as it being, you know, it's kind of like, it kind of dilutes the exclusivity of the figure. I would get it if the Artisan Joker came out and then this came out like 3 or 4 years down the road. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of a different story. You know, I get like that type of stuff happens, but we don't even have this Artisan Joker released yet. You know what I mean? It's just exclusives are weird. It's kind of crazy. Justin, what are your thoughts on this? Also, I'm probably passing. I'm pretty sure I'm passing on this. As much as I want it, as much as it looks cool. Again, there's just too much stuff coming out. This is going to be artisan money. Like this is going to fetch artisan money. This thing's going to be probably $450. You know, 425, 450. Like it ain't going to be cheap. And the Artisan Joker is already coming out. So to get something like this is just, yeah, it's tough right now. It's tough.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, if Hot Toys wasn't giving us just like so many things, like so many releases, this would bother me a bit more that this is like, oh my gosh, they wasted an artisan on this, you know, but they're giving us so much stuff, man, that this doesn't really bother me a lot. Like it's not for me. I can tell you that. Like the sculpt looks amazing. I don't like this type of stuff. Funko Pop started doing this type of stuff where they just, they would take a popular character and just give it a different paint or whatever. And I've talked about this with like the Chrome, you know, the Chrome Troopers and all that stuff. Again, it's just not for me. There's people that like that type of stuff. Cool. For this price point though, considering I'm already getting, I actually did miss out on the Artisan Joker. I have the sculpted on pre-order. If the Artisan ever comes available, I'm definitely picking it up. I'm hoping this makes the head sculpt a little cheaper if I just wanted to buy the head sculpt, because now we're going to get more head sculpts. But yeah, man, like I have the DX19 and it's a good figure. I kind of give it a little bit more hate than it needs. I thought I was going to like love it. When I got it, I was a little disappointed in some of the parts of it, but the base is the same. They just added some different paint to it. I mean, that's the DX19 base. It's the suit. It's like, you're really getting this if you like this type of stuff. Like if you're just a huge Joker fan and you have to have every piece of the Joker, maybe you're somebody that likes different takes on stuff. Cool. It's just definitely not for me. I just, yeah, I personally don't like it. And to answer the question that people were asking at the beginning with, does this cheapen the artisan line? I don't know if that's the case. I do think though, that what's going to happen is if we keep getting so many artisans, that artisan is going to become the new deluxe, you know, like artisan is just going to be the deluxe. And then the deluxe is just going to be the standard or whatever. Like we might stop getting so many base. I mean, I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. And like at what point do they not limit it? Like, exactly. You know what I mean? I think if they can pick up their production of this and make a high quality product, at what point do they pull the trigger and just say, hey, we're not going to limit it anymore. We've gotten so good at this and how we do it in our production. We're just going to start making this a standard option moving forward as like it not being limited in most cases. Yeah. You know, like, is that going to happen?
That's the thing. And I do think that artisan, like the interesting thing with Hot Toys, as opposed to like say an InArt or somebody else, right? With you know, they just showed that Harry Potter figure. If you haven't seen that video, everybody talks about it. The diorama, yeah, and I'm going to save it for that. But the diorama you're getting with that is insane. And so for this, all you're getting truly is a repaint on a suit and this head sculpt. So again, if that's worth it to you, awesome. Like, it's not worth it to me personally, but if it's worth it to you, I'm happy for you. That's my concern, is like, are we paying artisan prices now just for the rooted hair, which is valid because rooted hair takes a while. Like, I'm not like turning my nose at that. Like, the rooted hair is the appeal, but I do wish we would get a little bit more than just rooted hair on these artisans. Like, I feel like for artisan to feel special, it's like I watched Steve's video on the Wonder Woman, the WB100 Wonder Woman. That opening experience, I don't even have the figure, but watching his review, that is a special opening experience. The way that you open it, the head sculpt is in that cylinder thing. It's just like what they did with Gandalf. Make it feel special. So again, we don't have an artisan yet, so we really can't judge Hot Toys yet. But if they make the opening experience special, it's still worth it. And that's what I'm interested to see what happens. Are they just going to make artisan kind of the new deluxe where like everything has the artisan down the line, and then we don't even have a standard version anymore? It's just like the entry level price point is now $350. That's my concern, is that we're no longer going to get the $250 standard figure. We're now getting the standard $300 figure. So I'm more about the presentation, the opening experience. Just for this one, it's not for me. I do think that people are interested in this. It's Heath Ledger Joker.
Yeah, it's always
he sells.
It's going to sell out.
It's going to sell out easily. And 100%. I think that it would. And I'm wondering if this wasn't limited, I still think it would sell. Like, I think the limited's going to sell it out quick. But even if it wasn't limited, I truly think this would sell. Like, Heath Ledger Joker, just it moves units, man. So
yeah, this would have been like really. I feel like this doesn't. It's really cool. I like it. I just feel like it could have just been sculpted. Like, it would have looked really good sculpted. But then again, maybe you want to just get a sculpted Joker and swap the head sculpts out, and just then you can make it sculpted.
I am interested. Why do you think they chose artisan with this figure? Is it so they made sure to sell it, or do you think that? Great question.
I don't know.
I think that's what people are wondering, is like why
this one? Why this one as an artisan?
Yeah.
You know, Honest Answer says the tailoring of the clothing is also movie accurate. It will be epic. Clinton says, if when they release that Dark Side artisan Anakin, it's going to happen. I think it's inevitable after seeing what they've done with this. I feel like Dark Side Anakin is inevitable. If they're putting out another figure like this and they have the resources to just root more Jokers, why not just create a Dark Side Anakin and do a very similar thing? They'll be using the same head sculpt but different paint apps. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what they do. Like, are they just gonna swap the eyes out? Like, what are they gonna change? Would that lessen the light side artisan Anakin? I personally don't think so. I think there's a lot of people out there too. Dark Side Anakin is obviously like a community grail, right? Like, I love that figure, and I know a lot of other people do, but at the same time, Dark Side was a very, very small part of the movie. I know a lot of people look at kind of the light side artisan Anakin as still being their representation of him turning to the dark side, because he only has the eyes for a very brief moment. So I don't think it's necessarily gonna lessen the light side artisan. I think that figure is gonna be, you know, everybody wants a Revenge of the Sith Anakin that's not dark side as well, if that makes sense. We got another channel member in the house, My Father Django. What's up, dude? He says, hey guys, thank you so much for being here, man. Appreciate you tuning in.
And look, what I wanted to say real quick too was that,
sure,
you know, I've been talking about this with the limited pieces. I actually like this as a limited release. Like, it's not for me, but I'm not like, this doesn't bother me because we're still getting Artisan Joker. We're still getting Deluxe Joker. Like, we're still getting a Heath Ledger Joker. How pissed would everybody be if they, you know, I've heard some people say, and I'm with you on this, we wanted the Nurse Joker. Yeah, dude, I would love to have that. But how pissed would people be if they made that a 3,000 limited piece?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So be great. You know, I'm grateful that this is a limited piece. This is, to me, what limited is all about. I think this makes, you know, having variants of a character, and we're going to talk about this with the Bad Batch characters, or the Bad Batch clone. I like this more than putting a, you know, like y'all were talking about with that Anakin. Like, yeah, like that Anakin, correct me if I'm wrong, Steve, but that's just an artisan release, right? Like there's not even a sculpted version of that.
Yeah,
release,
no sculpted,
right?
but you already know at the like, and again, after seeing this, they're going to take that head sculpt and make it a sculpted. Yeah, 100%. It's going to happen. They're going to probably brand it something else, or they'll just use it for Revenge of the Sith 25th anniversary. Or no, that would be 20th anniversary. I'm trying to think of when that movie came out. Yeah. Next year, 20th anniversary, right? I think of Revenge of the Sith.
This just makes me more excited for the regular Joker.
Oh, dude, this makes me
looks amazing.
And I was on the fence. Like I said, like I really like my InArt ones. I was on the fence about Artisan Joker. This gets me really hyped for Artisan Joker. If they made it better and it turns out like this, yeah, this looks crazy good. Like this.
And I need that artisan now. Like after seeing this again, we're gonna have to wait till we see in hand. I'd be happy with the sculpted, but I'm definitely getting the artisan now. Like I'm gonna find a way to get that sculpt, or just try. Even if I just need the Artisan Joker now. That'll be my first Ledger Joker. I've been waiting for this.
Did you order one?
The sculpted, yeah.
Sculpted Joker?
Mm-hmm.
So are you going to try for this and get the head sculpt?
No. The only reason being is, do you think the head sculpt is going to be like $500, like $450 on the secondhand market? It might be.
I mean, the figure is going to go for, the figure itself is already like $560 shipped. So like it's going to be, the figure is going to go for probably, when that one comes out, I feel like that one's going to probably skyrocket in the aftermarket is my guess right away.
Yeah.
We got Stacy Jedi 291 in the house. What's up, man? He says, hey, Steve and Justin, just tuned in. Hope everyone had a great weekend. You as well, man. Thank you so much for being here.
These were some of my first figures I pre-ordered, dude, when I got in the game. Like when I first started learning about the pre-order system, like this and Bane. But now that I'm seeing this, I am very intrigued for the artisan. I definitely am excited to start seeing some reviews on that, seeing that out in hand. We don't have to wait much longer, it doesn't look like, based on the upcoming releases. We're definitely probably going to be getting that in the fall. So yeah.
Yep. Tristan says, so if this is the final version of the Joker, what is the final version of Artisan Anakin sculpt going to look like? Don't give me hope, dude. I hope they just absolutely nail that head sculpt for Anakin. I cannot wait. Clinton says this one doesn't have the magnetic tongue though, so not the same. Fair
Dang,
point, no
Clinton. That's tongue. No. Hey, no tongue. I'm not in.
No.
Gotta have the tongue, baby.
No tongue. I'm not in. We got Grand Moff of the channel in the house. Let me pull up his comment here. Sorry, I'm late evening, guys. What's up, Batman Collectibles? Thank you so much for being here as always, bro. Really appreciate it. Doc Bat says, wish they gave us bank robber instead, but I'm sure it's coming. I agree. I think that would have been a great choice. Hilo said the same thing. Yeah, I think that would have been a good choice. I do think it's going to come at some point. Clinton says, combined, that is 7K Rudy Joker head sculpts. Do you think they get more orders than that for a timed release? Like if they did 30 days? It's hard to say. It's really hard to say. I think they would get enough orders. But I think another way, like, I guess they're going to get 7K by splitting it up like this and using it on something else. So it's a good sales strategy. We got Collector in the house. Thank you so much for being here. Also, you should be hooked up with your store credit to MODUSPACE. I know I sent you a message on Facebook, I believe, but just to confirm on the live stream as well, if you didn't get that message from me. We got Ryan Sadler in the house. Says this figure sucks. Yeah. All right. Clinton says, yeah, tell us how you really feel.
I respect that, Ryan, just coming in.
I can see Ryan, what's up, dude? I could also see like people not caring one bit about this. Brand says the artisan means it's the tongue, not the rooted hair.
Yeah, that artisan tongue, man.
We got the collector in the house. What's up, man? He's got his popcorn for the show. Guys, we got 47 people in here. Please hit that like button if you haven't already. Clinton with bringing out all the good questions. How much do you think an Artisan Joker sculpt, this or the other, will go for? 200? If so, then is it worth it to get this figure at 485 versus just buying the sculpt separate? I think it just means if you want this, figure, I think the head sculpt alone for Artisan is, I think people would be kind of foolish to separate it. I'm sure it will happen. I think it would be more than $200. I think it'd be more than $200. I think it'd probably be closer to $300. Maybe even a little bit more than that. Is it worth it? I think you got to kind of ask yourself, is it, like, for me, I don't really think I'd want to buy the head sculpt separately. If I missed out on Artisan Joker, I would potentially consider getting this and then putting the sculpted head onto this. I think that would be potentially the play for me. Ryan says, I don't know. I mean, it's okay. Just sad that it kind of diminishes what the Joker figures were about. We are about to get is. Yeah, I can see why like you would think that way, and how this would be something that you feel like is, yeah, it kind of does. It kind of like, I think that's part of the problem is we're just like, they hyped up Artisan as this limited exclusive figure. And then before that even happens, they're going to release this. Like, I wonder if Artisan Joker is going to come out this week. I wonder if they're going to drop Artisan Joker as a release, the actual first one that was announced. And then, because this is going to be an instant release from this event, end of July, it's going to be shipping out. And I think, like I said, I've seen some things about how there's these exclusive figures. Some of them, there's going to be like a limited batch size over like in Hong Kong, I think, for the event. And then the rest of them are going to ship out like later. But these figures are going to be released, which is crazy that we might get this. Like, imagine we get this Artisan Joker right here released before the actual initial Artisan Joker that was already announced. I feel like the other one's probably going to, like, if I would think that one would the other one would release first. But we'll see.
It's going to be interesting because it is San Diego Comic-Con. This week's going to be full. Everybody's trying to get your attention. I don't know if y'all have noticed, but like, not only from collectibles with 6 scale, but just anything. If you like, I collect, there's stuff like posters, like I'm getting like every angle. It's like online exclusive in San Diego Comic-Con in-person exclusive. So all the eyeballs for San Diego Comic-Con, like this is like one of the big pop culture events of the year. And so they definitely want to get your attention somehow. It would not shock me. I don't think it's going to happen, Steve, but it would not shock me, like you said, dude, if they go ahead and release that Joker this week. I mean, it just wouldn't, because that's what everybody would be talking about if they went ahead and just said, all right, here's your Artisan Joker, here's your deluxe, here's a limited piece. But yeah, man, I mean, it's just one of those things where like, I think that, even though I missed out on the Artisan, I don't know, man, it's just gonna be tough to warrant like getting that figure for and again, I know it sounds silly, but I forgot all about that tongue thing until Clinton mentioned it, to get that magnetic tongue. And that is important to me, man. Like, I think that,
do people care,
Yeah, I do. I think that magnetic tongue is a cool, like, that's a cool, unique, that's what I'm talking about with these Artisan. Like, do something like that makes it even more special. Like, not only are you getting rooted hair, but now you're getting magnetic tongue. Now you're getting, something specific to the character. Maybe if they do an Artisan for, it's like that Jack Sparrow. Like, you're getting that long hair that's rooted. Yeah. I mean, do something special with it. It
just seems like they're making the Artisan, like, I was kind of hoping for that, but it seems like they're really just going for it just being the hair, and they're just gonna, like, that's gonna be that, and they're gonna start pumping these things out a lot, which is
disappointing.
Like. You know what I mean?
Yeah, which is disappointing for me, because I
think it could change. The disappointment level could change when they start pumping out like Artisan Thor, Artisan Black Widow, like these types of this other characters, with long Artisan Qui-Gon, like Darkseid Anakin. Like, once that starts happening, and if it starts happening at a consistent rate, like, I think that would be better. But like seeing a lot of reusability type stuff for it, but that's the nature of the hobby, and I get it. I'm more so kind of perplexed at the timing of it. Like I said, I think the timing of it was just a really interesting thing. Clinton says immediate release. Yeah, so 3 months from now from Sideshow. Yep, might take a while to get here. Jovan says we got 2 upcoming release images and still no Clone Wars Darth Sidious. Feel like I'm in the minority that wants that one more than the Revenge of the Sith version. That one's cool, man. I want to get that figure at some point. But yeah, I remember there were rumblings about that releasing, and it still hasn't come out, which is crazy. As far as the poll goes, are you going to go for the Joker? 77% say no, 23% say yes, 35 votes. So majority of people are not going for it, but it's a really cool piece, and it would be a really like kind of standout piece in the collection. But again, with everything coming out right now, it's too. I can't do it. I got to pass. And I know on Wednesday, I was saying something different. I was kind of going back and forth. Like, do I want it? I'm thinking about it, but I got to pass.
And here's the thing, dude. we have to just accept with certain characters, don't get too emotionally attached to the version you have. There's going to be a 2.0. There's going to be a 3.0. There's going to be a variant. There's going to be all this different stuff. Heath Ledger Joker, a lot of people talking about the bank robber scene, the nurse scene. We're eventually going to get those, I would think. But we're going to get so many Heath Ledger Jokers that, like, there's going to be more options to choose from. So, like, I'm more interested to see if we get some characters that we haven't seen yet. I think that's where I'm at right now is like, I'm focused more on like, I need to get that singular character. It's like Jyn Erso for, Star Wars. Like, when are we going to get another one of those? Like, so that's a piece that I know a lot of people really value. That's what I'm saying. That's a piece that to me, when I see that in the collection, I'm like, oh dude, that's cool. When I see Heath Ledger Joker, I'm like, that's cool, but I can wait. And that's why I've waited. Like, if that would have been the only one I knew we were getting, I would have already bought the backwards Heath Ledger Joker easily. But I've waited for this one. So hopefully this Artisan and DX figure look really good.
It looks really good, man. I'm excited. I am excited to see. I'm excited. The sculpted looks great too. Sculpted looks great too. Pop Culture Relics is in the house. What's up, man? Thank you for being here. He says, how much are Artisan Jokers going for? May still be cheaper to get aftermarket Joker than buying sculpted and getting this Joker combo. That's true. We don't know that's another thing is the market is so diluted with Jokers. Like now we have InArt Jokers, and I'm sure there's gonna be people who are saying like, I want the InArt one, and people are gonna be saying I want the Hot Toys one. It'll be interesting to see with how many Jokers there are out there, what people end up doing with the Artisan and how many people try to sell it. I will be very interested to see what the aftermarket's gonna look like on these Artisan figures. We got Break Artemis. He says, can't stick around, but just want to say too sweet to you, bro. Thank you for stopping in. I know he's on, I think, another show right now, but thank you, Brick, for stopping in and saying what's up, man. Clinton wants this Scorch. Collection Obsession says, I'm thinking Artisan Darkseid Anakin will be a summer Toy Fair exclusive. I think was Darkseid Anakin a summer Toy Fair exclusive as well? I think it might have been. Grand Moff Batman Collectibles is saying, folks saying this commander is going to be a hot seller. Yeah, let's talk about Clone Commander Scorch here. He is going to be. I agree. Cheers to you, bro. Pop Culture Relics. Thank you for stopping into the show. Hope you enjoy your stay. Clone Commander Scorch. So, we get the Bad Batch Clone Commando. Then they show this. I'm not going to lie. I kind of wanted a second Clone Commando. I really was considering, but I'm in this mindset right now of like, there's a lot of stuff coming out. Getting two of the same character, or I guess same figure, is just not a wise idea for me right now. So as much as I would love to, but then we get this gifted to us, Clone Commander Scorch, which is going to be the perfect companion piece to go with the Clone Commando. This is the version that's based on the Bad Batch show, so the proportions are different. I know a lot of people had issues with the Clone Commando, with the proportions being kind of off, them reusing Hunter parts. This is kind of similar to that, and they changed some things. They include this really dope blaster pistol that he has. But for me, actually, Justin, why don't you go first on this one? I'll put up a poll, see if people are going to try to go for this one. I do think this one's going to be hot.
Oh, yeah, dude. I mean, it's Star Wars. It's limited. I mean, it wouldn't matter what it was. I mean, it really doesn't. I mean, that's the power of Star Wars. But I will say this is also Bad Batch. This is cool. A lot of people love the Bad Batch. I haven't watched it, so I'll be quick on my analysis of it. I think it looks good. I think that if I watch the Bad Batch and I love the show, this would be I would have to have in my collection. I'm glad that I don't watch the Bad Batch because, like Steve said, we have so much stuff coming right now that it's a very tricky time to your decisions are having to be made personally for me. I had to reevaluate my pre-order list. I'm making some cuts. I'm just being honest because we're getting so much stuff, man. And plus, like, they announced Thrawn was coming out earlier, so that was one that I didn't think I'd have to worry about buying till 2025. Now that's one that's going to be coming out now. So
that makes it tough.
Yeah, dude, it's just as hyped as we get for this stuff and as hyped as I get for limited stuff. And I think this is good for the hobby. I think it's fun. It sucks for people that really want this. I don't mind limited versions of characters, but for this one, man, it's like, I guess what makes it okay is the last Clone Commando was limited as well. So it's not like they gave you, it's not like a BT1 000
Hey, there
thing
he is right here.
Yeah. So even though it's limited, I still think you'll be able to get this guy not too crazy once the heat dies down, only because, guys, we're getting so much stuff that people are doing having the same conversations with themselves. Is like, what cuts am I making? You know, say they get this figure, they get sick of it after a month, the hype dies down on it. There's a new Star Wars show that comes out. So just be patient with this if you don't get it, is all I'm saying. I think you'll be able to get it a little bit down the line. And, you know, even that Clone Commando, I think, and that Umbra Trooper, I saw, you know, again, you're still paying more for it, but the secondhand market wasn't so outrageous. I would, if I really wanted the Umbra Trooper, I've seen prices for it that I would feel comfortable paying if I missed out. So, but just to talk about the figure real quick, Steve, I want to hear your thoughts on it because I know you're more versed in this stuff, Bad Batch, but I think it looks cool. I'm not getting it. I don't have an interest in it. I might try to get in I might try to go for it just in case, in the off chance, even though Steve has his legion of evil empire out there doing his, you know, he's got a network of people doing it too. But just in case you or a few other people in the community didn't pick one up, I would try to return that favor that Thrawn did for me. Where, like, you know, if you missed out, I got one secured for you, you know, at retail. So that would be the only reason I went for this, is to maybe get it to someone who missed out. But yeah, I think it looks cool, man. These troopers look cool. I think my closing thoughts on it are this: the whole Bad Batch line, I think, is super cool because even though I don't watch the show, it's like it's an animated show, but they found out a way to make the characters fit with your other Star Wars stuff. Mm-hmm. So I think that's the coolest thing about that entire line is, like, it's animated, but when it's on your shelf, it looks like it fits perfectly with all your other Star Wars stuff.
Yes, I agree. I'm going to put it with the Bad Batch. I'm going to try to get this and put this in the Clone Commando, probably in the same shelf as the Bad Batch. I think that would look cool having them all together. But yeah, it kind of fits in with some other kind of Clone Wars related content as well. But yeah, I'm excited for this dude. He looks badass. I love this pistol. I love this, like, kind of action pose with this pistol and stuff, having him hold two blasters. This, like, he looks just badass right here, man. Like, just a simple pose, you know.
Scorch, I don't mind if you go on this.
They don't really have a lot of pictures.
No, and that's what. There's like 4 or 5 of them, dude. That's what I realized when I was doing my video. Was like, oh, there's only about 5 pictures. But quickly, I was going to ask you, and you can get into spoiler stuff. If I watch Bad Batch, it's okay. I've already had some stuff spoiled for me. But is this character a big character in the show, or is he just kind of a background trooper? Or like,
so he's not really that. Doesn't really play like a huge part in the show. But I think too, it's more so like a callback to, like, the Clone Commando, like the Republic Commando game that came out.
Oh yeah,
like, that's kind of where like this, like Clinton says, this gives me hope they're gonna do the rest of Delta Squad. So it's like a kind of like the squad of these guys, which is why these are such a huge piece for people too. Like, I think you look at Clone Commandos and people are, like, nostalgic for that part of it, and that kind of gets people hyped as well. But yeah, he doesn't really play a big role in the Bad Batch. Like, getting this, I could see a lot of people not even getting this for the Bad Batch. They just want it probably just from Scorch being in the video game or knowing of the character.
Gotcha.
That's
okay.
That's what I would say about it. But he looks cool, man. I like the yellow. I think this yellow with the gray and then, like, the blue lighting on his helmet looks cool. Like I said, I was kind of considering, having 2 Clone Commandos would be cool. But now you get, like, a named Clone Commander to go with the other one, which I think is, like, the perfect, like, it doesn't get better for a 1-2 combination, right? So that's kind of what I'll say about this. I'll keep it kind of short, but yeah, this is gonna look cool. This is gonna look cool for sure, having both those. Dilo says someone is making kits on Instagram to make the armor more video game accurate. That will be badass if you can swap the armor pieces out, which should be relatively easy. That would be cool. That would be very cool. Clinton says Delta Squad versus Bad Batch, dope display, white and black. Yeah, for sure. Short and sweet for him. Let me
and I was gonna say, you mentioned the yellow, Steve. That would look, again, I'm not saying, I know they don't go, you know,
yeah, it looks
but
cool.
The Umbra Trooper with that colorway, that's a cool thing if it's on the same shelf as well. Even though
having them kind of posed together. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. That's a good point. 20 votes. But are you going for Scorch? I'm going to end it because we got to move on here. I think it was like pretty close 50-50. No, 55%. Yes, 45%. So pretty close.
It's about what I thought. Yeah.
Kind of split. It makes sense. Yeah, I go back and forth on these being limited. I feel like clones being limited in general, like that clone commando, the generic one. I feel like Scorch, simply because of army builders, I think you're going to get people buying multiple clone commandos. And at 3,000, I feel like they probably could have sold more than 3,000 units. For this one, I think it probably isn't going to sell as many with him being a named clone. A lot of people probably aren't going to really know about him. But at the same time, I mean, the limiting clones is tough because there's such a huge Clone Wars fan base out there and just clones in general. So it's tough. Let's move on. Darth Malik's missing lower jaws in the house. What's up, man? It says any word when this will go up on Sideshow. I love the name. No word. Yeah, I know, like, there's been a lot of rumblings about when this is going to go up. No clue. What I would say is just kind of keep an eye on the social medias, and also look for look on the RSVP pages on Sideshow's website. Just kind of refresh it during the day and stuff. The dates usually pop up on there, or Sideshow's Facebook page, I think, updates as well sometimes. Tristan says, Hot Toys, if you're watching, listening, creeping on the low, that would be awesome if they are listening to my show. Whatever, please make Aemon Targaryen. Like, now he would be a dope figure. He would be a dope figure for sure. Make him Artisan.
Who's got the Game of Thrones license right now? Or like that universe? Like, I know 3-0 had some.
I think 3-0. I don't know if they still have it, but I'm not sure. I would think it's probably still them. Clinton says limiting this is like limiting 5s or echoes. Yeah, limiting name clones is tough, man. It's tough. Okay. Oh, I got a yawn. Okay. What's next? What do we got next on the list? We're talking about Joker. We're talking about Scorch. We talked about let's talk about, I think, Deadpool. I think Deadpool's up next.
We had Deadpool on the thumbnail. We had Groot.
Let's talk about Deadpool. What day was that? The 15th? Let's talk about Deadpool. We kind of talked about Deadpool. Was that when you were off the show? I think that was, maybe I talked about Deadpool alone. I don't remember. When I talked about just like kind of they showed him at that preview, like with him and Wolverine next to each other in the glass. But I want to talk about him just really quick. Dude, before we talk about this figure though, oh, hold on real quick. Collectors. I'm not seeing it on my account. Just maybe send me a message on Facebook with your email one more time, and I'll have them double check, and then I'll communicate with you on Facebook. Sorry about that. I'm not sure why it's not in your account, but we will get it sorted out. So before we talk about it, on a scale of 0 to 10 or 1 to 10, whatever, how hyped are you, like, going into this movie? Like, what's your hype level to see this movie in theaters?
Like all time, right? Not just this year.
Like, yeah, I want, like, what do you mean?
All right. Well, because again, like a 10 out of 10 would be like Infinity War or something. You know what I mean?
I'm thinking of just like of all time movies that you've seen, ones you've been excited for. Like, where do you stand on how hype you are going into this movie, just with all of your history of watching films and movies? Yeah,
I'd probably say I know we're hyped, guys. I know we're hyped for this movie. Trust me, I am too. So my answer is not like I'm still really hyped for it, but if I'm talking compared to like other stuff that's come out, I'd probably say like I'm a 7.5 or an 8 out of 10. I'll go 7.5 out of 10 on this. Like, I'm excited to see it. I think it's going to be awesome. I'm excited to see the final version of it, you know, to finally see what's going on screen. But again, yeah, it's not reaching the levels of like a, you know, Avengers or like Dark Knight type of thing for hype, you know, for me, or like a new, you know, like a new Star Wars, you know, again, like Phantom Menace, or not Phantom Menace, but like Force Awakens. Like when that, like before we knew what the trilogy was going to be, the hype leading into Force Awakens to me was like really high, right? So
that was hype.
I'd say it's 7.5, and the only reason it's not higher is because I feel like my Marvel hype has really dwindled since Endgame. And I think everybody's in the same boat. I think we want desperately to have a victory. We want a Marvel win here. We want Marvel to be back. We want to see more of these characters. This could be one that's really great though. So even though I'm at the 7.5 out of 10, for the figures, Steve, I'm like 9.5 out of 10 for these two figures, because I don't have a Hugh Jackman Wolverine yet, and I don't have a Deadpool. So for me, this is like, I cannot wait to have these two. I'll have them set up like this, like two on one. Like I want to have them together, and so I can't wait. I'm very excited for the movie. I do think it's going to be the hit of the summer in terms of just box office and hype and stuff. We'll see how good it actually is. I would be shocked if we are disappointed after the movie's over. I think there's going to be enough surprises and enough cool things happening. It reminds me a lot of No Way Home, where I feel like at least for a month we're going to be saying, "Man, this is the best movie."
Well,
this
like we're probably going to get more cameos from this movie than in No Way Home. Like
exactly.
The characters, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Like this is going to be pushing like probably one of the biggest like movies when it comes to cameos. You know what I mean? Yeah. With that being said, sometimes like I feel like having a lot of cameos can kind of blind you of how good the movie actually is.
Yes.
You know, like when you just overload it with a bunch of cameos and it doesn't make sense. Cause like this is I'm hyped for this movie, dude. I'm probably like a 9 out of 10 hype for this movie. And I've been avoiding the trailers, but it's also like people are talking about this movie so much. It's like, it's so hard to avoid trailer spoilers. Like I already just saw all the stuff that came out this week because people post the full on picture on all these social media groups. Like you can't avoid it, which is why I'm seeing the movie on Friday. I wasn't going to, but I'm seeing it and I'm going to see it.
I have too, dude. That's 100% why. Cause Joey was talking about on his stream.
Yeah.
Like dude, you'll just be on YouTube and there'll be a clip. They'll somehow have a clip of like a huge scene the day of, man. It's crazy.
Yeah. So I'm going Friday. I'm going out of town, but I asked my friends if they wanted to go and we're all going on Friday. I already got our tickets and everything. So yeah, nice. I'm hyped for it. I'm excited about these figures too. Like I've been talking about, I've been holding out on a Deadpool. When I started collecting, that's when the rumbling started of a Deadpool 3 and Wolverine joining. So I'm like, I'm not getting a Deadpool. I'm just going to wait. I'm just going to wait it out. He looks sick, dude. I'm really excited for this figure. Looks killer. Both of these guys together just looks really good. And I feel like Hugh Jackman coming back too. I thought like before too, he didn't want to come back, and like if him coming back means like he believes in it. You know what I mean? I think like that's important when you have the actor actually believing in the project. I think that's really cool and tells me that it's hopefully going to be good. MB Dyson, what's up, man? Thank you for being here. He says there's some moments in the Deadpool 3 trailer that make me worried this could suck. Hope not. I hope not too. Valkyrie says 20 out of 10 hyped. Clinton says this is nice. So many unknowns. Will the Golden Desert Eagles and base be a separate SKU or just for Hong Kong? What's the mystery stuff for this? Is it going to be released for the con immediately? Yes. So what's going to happen is the convention has a limited number, a small batch that are going to be available for purchase right at the event. And those ones are going to include the special edition exclusive. There's going to be a standard version as well. It looks like, so it looks like this hexagon base you do not get. Look, it takes it out for this other one. So you don't get the hexagon base. You only get this rock base, the special base if you get the special edition. So that's gone. And this base is pretty cool, actually.
Does the Wolverine come with a rock base?
I don't think so. No, I think he's just a hexagon base.
I hate that. I hate that.
Yeah. But anyways, so what's the mystery stuff? Mystery stuff is probably going to be some type of head sculpt that might be a spoiler for the movie. It's going to come with it's hard to say 100% what's going to be, but probably a head sculpt. That's some type of mystery head sculpt, and then maybe some other type of accessory or something like that. We'll see. But yeah, so short batch or a small batch available immediately, and then the figure is going to be released this year. The figure is going to release this year because it's an immediate release. So it's going to be a small batch, and then the rest of them are going to ship later. what the unknown is right now with this is that I haven't heard anybody answer is Sideshow going to have the one that has a special edition exclusive, or are these going to only be convention exclusive?
Hold on a second. I'm learning this. Exclusive. I'm learning this for the first time, dude. Like, this figure is going to be out this year.
This figure is releasing this week at the event.
See, I did not even know that.
This is expected. So there's an event happening. There's an event happening in Hong Kong where this is releasing, like, I think like 700 of them or something. Like, this figure is coming out this figure's coming out this week is what I'm understanding, because you can pre-order it right now, and the batch is for like the special edition batch is for end of July. So like this thing is being released, and what we don't know is when the standards are going to come out, but this figure's coming out. This figure's ready to come out, like for the movie. They're actually releasing it. So yeah. So, but what we don't know is, we know like this standard version is going to be available, this one. But we don't know if Sideshow is going to have this special edition exclusive one, and whether or not it's going to be limited, or is Sideshow going to do like what they normally do with, you get the standard version and then you get the special edition exclusive version. On their website, you know how it had coming soon and it had 2 versions. So I'm hoping that just means that you can get, you know, either the special edition exclusive, or maybe they still have a deluxe version. But I feel like this one, I'm hoping Sideshow has this. Yeah, because like I want this stuff. Yeah, I do too.
And plus the Golden Guns, like I saw the trailer again today. Like, you know, I went and saw Twisters today, and it was in front of that.
100 out of 10.
And it was the Gold Guns is in the trailer, so I definitely, now that it's like an actual movie used thing, I definitely want the special. It's kind of like that John Wick gun. Like I want that special edition as well. Dude, that's insane. I had no idea of this. I totally missed that on my video. Like, I didn't even mention that. I had no idea. I've been wondering why it hadn't been available for pre-order yet, and so I guess that's why. But yeah, dude, that's awesome. I had like when you said that, that's why I had to interrupt. I was like, what?
Oh yeah. So I think what's going to happen, because more of Deadpool to be revealed, is this is just like they don't want to spoil the movie. So this is another reason. Like, if this event is July 26th, and I think the movie comes out like Thursday night, they're probably going to reveal whatever this is at this event, because people are buying this like at this event. Like, these things are going to be shown and spoiled immediately if you look at this and you don't see the movie before they show this. You know what I mean? So like, there's a lot going on with this movie. It's gonna be easy to get spoiled. So I'm seeing it Friday afternoon, 2 p.m.
Yeah. Clint brings up a good question, Steve, for fun. What are a couple? So he said, are they going to release X-23, more Wolverines? Goodness, Patch, Gambit, Hulk, Sabretooth, so many characters. So what do you think, man? Give me again. Don't do one you already know about that got spoiled, because maybe it didn't get spoiled for me. But what do you think is one that you hope we get, like a cameo we hope we get, that we could potentially get a figure for? And then what's one that if you had to put your money on, like, this is the most realistic cameo to happen and the most realistic figure to happen? Like, what are those two for you? What do you think?
Yeah. Before I do that, let me just get to a couple comments, and we'll answer that one here. Eric says this movie's not Deadpool 3. Oh yeah, not Deadpool 3, but just like a third Deadpool movie is what I meant. I know this isn't like technically the third one.
Kevin Feige just said, they asked him, this is kind of why I had 7.5 and 8 on my mind when you'd asked me about hype. They asked him, what is the significance of this movie for the MCU out of 10? And he said an 8. And he said, to put it in perspective, 9 out of 10, I would say, for Infinity War, and 10 out of 10 for Endgame. So this is going to have big implications. I mean, 8 is still super high. So this is definitely going to have big implications on the entire MCU.
It's also hard to, like, you can't even go up against Infinity War and Endgame, because that's a culmination of like
of 10 years,
everything.
That's the thing.
And this is kind of like a farewell to like Fox, like all the Fox Studio stuff, right? Is basically what they're saying. Like, it's kind of a farewell.
It's double. It's like a farewell to that, but also
an opening of a new beginning for all of that being included and stuff like that, right? So
because they just announced the Mutant Saga is like the next. Like so
this movie's gonna be huge. It's gonna be huge for it's gonna be huge for the MCU. And I think this is exactly what the MCU needs right now. Like, I need a hype Marvel movie, and I need movies after this to like it's so hard to go off of what we got for like the Infinity Saga. And then after since Endgame, like, I mean, besides No Way Home, like a lot of stuff just hasn't hit, right? It's still like some of it's still okay, but like there's been nothing that's like, this is gonna be like this is gonna be the hot Marvel summer, man. This is
Steve,
really to me is the hot Marvel summer. This movie for Hot
exactly.
Toys.
And you know what's interesting, man? It's unfair to be like, I was 10 out of 10 for Infinity War and Endgame. Like you said, dude, the unfair advantage that has is just a decade of storytelling. These Marvel movies, a lot of them haven't been good, but some of them, like the Black Widow solo movie, I thought was a good Marvel movie. It just came out at a time where like the timing of it wasn't good. If it would have came out before all the Endgame and stuff, we would have probably loved it. This movie, I think, can really get me hyped for Marvel. I mean, I'm still hyped and nostalgic for the Marvel that we've already gotten, but this movie could get me to where I'm now again 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 excited for future projects. That's how important I think this movie is for the MCU. And I think that's why you're seeing a full court press of just marketing and all kinds of stuff.
So many trailers. They're giving so many trailers too. So, and I think a lot of the trailer stuff, I know they're revealing like characters are going to be in it, but I think a lot of the trailer stuff is like deceiving as well.
I do
like,
too.
They're not giving a lot of stuff away. Ren says he's seeing it on the 24th, 2 more days. Dude, lucky. When will the standard version release? What I'm reading is the standard version is going to release later, that like it's going to ship later this year. I don't know like the exact time frame, but like this figure's coming out. Clinton says, okay, so are they going to release X-23, more Wolverines, Patch, Gambit, Hulk, Sabretooth, so many cameos, half like Daredevil, Garner, Elektra. Great question. I would say like we're going to get so many releases from this movie. And I think another thing is too is like what versions of characters are they going to do? Because if they just like come out with a cameo and that figure like or that character just like dies right away and they're a character from like a movie in the past, you know what I mean? Like let's just say like Ben Affleck Daredevil just shows up and he's just like murked like immediately. If that was to happen and they were to release that figure, like I would have no interest in getting like that as a figure. You know what I mean? So like when you come out with figures, I feel like that figure has to hit on, it's going to have to hit in this movie on multiple levels where you get, if they're going to go the nostalgic route and you get some figures that were from past IPs and past movies, maybe like it's a figure that we didn't get yet. Now they're giving it to us. It just happened to be in this movie, but also the movie hit back then, if that makes sense. That's a figure that people are going to gravitate towards and want to get. Not one where like the movie wasn't that good and they're shown and then like Hot Toys releases a figure. If that makes sense. The one that I think is going, the one that I know there's rumors about it, and there's rumors about everything. There's rumors about all these characters, everything happening and what's going to come in. The one that I want to see is a Hulk. I think like a Wolverine and Hulk fight would be super dope. I would love to get a Hulk. I love my Hulk figure from Avengers, but like to get like another Hulk would be, I think, really cool. And I think it's possible, because I know like another thing is Hot Toys said like on August 15th, if you purchase this Deadpool, you're going to have an exclusive opportunity to pre-order this mystery figure from Deadpool. There's been rumblings that might be a Hulk figure. And if it is, that's going to be sweet.
Yeah. And I think here's what I think is going to happen. If we do get a lot of these cameos, do y'all remember the Brad Pitt cameo in Deadpool 2? It's like
Tristan says, mark my words, Wesley Snipes' Blade will be in this film. Dang.
That'd be cool, man.
Mark his words. Mark his words for next Sunday.
I will. Yeah, that'd be sweet though. But remember, it's like you blink and you miss it with that, Brett. I don't think it'll be that quick, but I think when they go back and look at all the like when he's in the trailer when they're talking to the TVA and he's saying like this Wolverine let his world down or whatever, it's gonna show you all these different like things. So like Steve said, you might get a 30-second cameo from somebody, 15-second cameo. I do think personally. So I'll go ahead and answer my question from earlier, Steve. I think we are 1000% getting Channing Tatum Gambit in this. I think that we are for sure. Now, Gambit was in the X-Men Origins Wolverine, but it was Taylor Kitsch. So I think we might get him as well. But I think if you remember X-Men Origins Wolverine, I think all those characters in that movie are on the table to get to shown in the movie. Yeah. Do I think we're going to get a Channing Tatum Gambit figure? I do not. But I think Steve said it best. If the character is only showing up for like 20 seconds, probably not going to get a figure for it. But if they have a prominent role like Doc Ock did, like the 3 Spider-Mans did.
This is a really good
Jamie
way to
Foxx.
Great way to put it. Of like
Yeah.
them in the past, they had such a prominent role in those movies as villains, where like that moment hits for you in the movie, right? That's kind of those are really good examples of what I was trying to explain. Like those levels of characters in No Way Home that have the nostalgic factor of really important movies that you saw too. Sorry to interrupt you.
No. I'm glad you did. Like, this is what's fun. Like, I would love to see I'll just tell you what I would love to see. I would love to see anybody from the old school X-Men movies from the 2000s. Like, I want to see James Marsden Cyclops. I want to see Halle Berry Storm. I want to see Ian McKellen and Patrick Stewart. Like, I want to see Professor X and Magneto. Those are ones that I think could be in it and play a prominent role in the movie. Like, I think that if we get James Marsden Cyclops, he's going to be in it. Like, but that's, I mean, if we're going to get figures, I'm not sure, man. That's the thing. I think we're going to get a lot of figures from this movie, but is it going to be a lot of variants of Deadpool? Is it going to be different variants of Wolverine? Are we just going to get a ton of them? Are we going to get, somebody mentioned Cassandra Nova. I would hope we get that because they show her in the trailer. If you read the comics, awesome villain. I would love to see that because I just think that'd be a cool looking figure. But Steve said it best earlier, man. We're going to get so many cameos and so many surprises in this. They're already advertising in the trailers and stuff. Like, see it quick to not get it spoiled. So you know there's going to be some crazy shit going on.
It's going to be interesting to see what they release from this movie. That's what's going to be like really crazy. Collection Size says, "Oh, I definitely get an Affleck Daredevil figure." The one I used as an example of like, yeah, say they made a Daredevil. You know, really, like that's actually like that one's actually kind of like nostalgic for me too. But you guys know what I mean. Like, there's characters that are gonna be probably in this where you're not really gonna care if they're made as a figure or not. So that's where it's gonna be really interesting. Is how is Hot Toys gonna pick what they're actually going to release from this movie? You know, that's what I'm intrigued to see. Ren says, "Oh, so the release this year, time to buy a 6-month supply of instant noodles." That was my understanding. I know Clinton's saying this, like initial release of like 800, then the rest will be like next year. I don't see why they would do an initial release of this figure like this month and then not give anybody else a figure for next year. That doesn't seem right. I feel like they would do it for. I feel like it's going to be this year. And that's what I thought that I had seen, but don't take my word for like, you know, the word of everything. I'm just going based off of what I had seen. I could be wrong.
And you know, in the movie,
we'll probably know this week.
You know, in the trailer, Steve, where it shows that 20th Century Fox logo, like in the background where they're fighting, I do think and I said this when we were talking about the trailer months ago, but I do think this movie, and Steve alluded to this a minute ago, it is a almost. With the whole merger of 20th Century Fox going to Disney, Ryan Reynolds in the Deadpool movie so far have been extremely meta. So there's no doubt in my mind that's going to be kind of a tongue-in-cheek, like big plot point. They're not going to say, like, they might even flat out say something about the studios or something. I don't know. But I do think we're going to get a lot of 20th Century Fox superhero stuff potentially in this movie. So whether that be Fantastic Four, you know, Chris Evans, Fantastic Four, Johnny Storm. I mean, we could see all this different stuff. I would say don't have your expectations super high that we're going to see all these, you know, old school characters. But I do think there's going to be a handful of them that we see that are big, prominent ones that we could potentially get figures for. But yeah, I mean, I'm hyped to see it. This is one that really feels like there's a reason to go see it opening weekend, which is exciting for me.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I think too, like, I'm trying to go in with it with, I don't want to get too high on it too.
Exactly.
Because like, what if there's like 10 minutes of the movie is these cameos and then it's done? You know what I mean? Like how like, cause there's probably going to be some big, you know, some big event that happens in the movie. Like how long of the movie's only like a little over 2 hours. So like how much of the movie is going to be all of that stuff? Like, is it just going to be like a battle scene where they show all these characters and one big battle happens? Or like, that's where I'm kind of interested to see how they're going to do the plot. Darth Malik's missing lower jaw brings up a good point here. Like, yeah, you're setting yourselves up for disappointment when certain characters you're wanting to see don't appear. like, yeah, I don't want to go into the movie being like, oh man, I wish like X, Y, they didn't show X, Y, Z and beyond, you know, like I'm trying not to do that.
Yeah.
I kind of, my expectation for cameos in this is not really anything. It'd be cool to see all these characters, but I don't know if I would necessarily be disappointed. I just want them, honestly, I just want the movie to be good. I just want this movie to hit. I really hope this is a successful movie.
Yeah, and let me say this. I'm with Steve. I don't want a ton of this cameo shit, because when we get cameos, it does almost get exhausting after a while. It's like, oh, look who it is now. Now look who it is here.
Yep.
Look at this guy. Look at her. So I do think with the trailers showing the TVA stuff, I do think that if we do see some cameos, it's going to be in those like flashback things, like, look what happened to this world. This is the Wolverine on your world. And it shows up, it's Daniel Radcliffe as Wolverine or something. Like, all I'm getting at is like, it could be funny stuff like that, like a quick sight gag. I think there is going to be 2 or 3 characters from the Fox X-Men movies that are going to play prominent roles in the movie though. And, you know, you already saw Pyro in the trailer. They already spoiled that Sabretooth was going to be in it. So,
yeah, again, I haven't watched a trailer. I have not watched a trailer since the Super Bowl. I've been avoiding all trailers.
Yeah,
I'm trying to go in, but I already like, you can't avoid it on any social media. If you're on social media, you scroll, you're going to see something. It's freaking impossible, man.
But everybody's hyped for the figures. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm super hyped for these figures, man. If this movie comes out and it just knocks it out of the park, I'm going to be needing almost everything from the line. So I think if this movie is a huge success, within the next week or 2, man, you might start seeing more announcements for sure.
Thrones off says, I want Wolverine variants. Yeah, Ronin patch, brown suit, Weapon X. I know somebody said old man Logan too. If they do like a Logan from the movie, that would be really cool. That would be really cool. I hope we just get that. I want a Logan figure. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like the cameos in the Flash. Yeah.
No, but that's exactly how not to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, man, we'll see. We'll see. What's up? We got another channel member in the house. Hot Toys Hotline, aka Connor. What's up, dude? He says Evil Steven and Justin the Goat. Wow,
what's up,
Justin's
Connor?
The Goat. Wow.
You heard it from Hot Toys Hotline.
Thanks for being here, bro. Really appreciate you tuning into the show. Guys, if you haven't, go check out Hot Toys Hotline. He's got a great channel. Makes some great content over there. And he's a good friend. So thanks for being here, bro. Really appreciate it. Renz, yeah, I want to see Logan from the Logan movie. Dude, I want that figure. Clinton says, which Hulk would you like to see? Banner, Norton, Ruffalo, or Ferrigno? I would like to see Banner or Norton.
Me too.
I think Norton would be cool.
Yes.
Banner would be cool too. Okay. Let's move on from Deadpool. I know we didn't talk about the figure too much, but you're gonna try to get that, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna get the figure?
For sure getting it. Yeah. I'm gonna try to get this, if whatever, however they do this batch or whatever. I'm gonna try, but I'm for sure getting the Deadpool and Wolverine figures.
I know it's happening in Sideshow. Like Sideshow RSVP is up. The figure is gonna come out in Sideshow. Whether or not the limited stuff is gonna be available for Sideshow, that remains to be seen. We shall see.
Those are day ones, man, for me. I mean, those are easy pre-orders. Just iconic characters. Definitely want them in the collection.
Yeah, they're both coming home for me as well. And I hope the movie's really good. I'm super excited.
I do too, man. I do too.
Super pumped. Yeah, I can't believe I'm seeing it in less than a week. Less than a week.
I know,
a lot
it
of anticipation.
snuck up on you in a way.
A lot of hype. It's going to be the end of July. I can't freaking believe it's going to be the end of July.
This year has just flown by, bro.
It's just, I can't believe it, man. It freaking makes me sad, actually. But yes. Let's move on. Let's talk about this guy, because we got a lot of stuff still kind of talk about. So I kind of want to maybe keep this one brief.
Gotcha.
I don't know if I had a poll up. I don't think I did. No more polls, because we're already stretching 2 hours here. But let's talk about this guy. I forget. Are you for Guardians of the Galaxy 3? Are you gonna get these or try to? What's your thoughts?
I have. So far, I have the Nebula pre-ordered, and I have the Star Lord pre-ordered. I didn't pre-order this Groot, but I do really like this release.
He's badass. He's expensive. I was looking at the deluxe.
Is.
Holy.
And that's, as much as I want that deluxe, dude, and as much as I think it's 100% worth it to go deluxe with this for that scene alone, and for that little, head sculpt. If I do get this, man, I might, well, no, I'm not gonna lie. I'll go deluxe. I mean, I'll just spend the extra to get the deluxe. I think it's worth it.
This is badass.
But I'm just saying, it's a great figure. I think it looks great, man.
Cool.
I was really impressed with it, and I think that almost if I decided I was gonna step back from the Guardians 3 line,
Oh, and I'm also getting Holiday Special Mantis. So technically, even though she doesn't have the team suit, she can work with the Guardians 3 display. But I would be okay just having Groot and Star-Lord like back to back. Like I think that would look really cool. But I've decided I'm definitely getting Star-Lord, even though I have Infinity War Star-Lord, man. I just think that sculpt is so good. That Chris Pratt sculpt is so good. I think it captures Star-Lord better than any other sculpt. So I've decided I'm getting that one. But just to speak on this one real quick, I think it looks awesome. This isn't my favorite version of Groot. I'm in the, I think the first movie Groot is probably my favorite version. I think that's a lot of people's. But this, I think that Groot is just such a cool character, man. Like he has such an evolution over the MCU. Like,
yeah, he's
and
really
this
cool.
is almost, this is like Groot in his prime. Like getting into the prime of his like abilities and stuff. So I just think it looks awesome, dude. I don't have a Groot, so I'm very tempted to pick this one up. I'm definitely thinking about picking this one up.
That's awesome, man. It's a pass from me.
No, it's got to be, dude. That's the thing.
I'm passing.
If we didn't have all this stuff coming, and that's the thing, Steve. Like what we're talking about, dude. As much as I want this, that's the conversations you got to have. There's so much stuff coming, dude.
Eventually, I would like to pick up some of the Guardians, but like I want to pick and choose what ones I want. Like the best version of the character that I like the most. At some point, maybe. At some point.
That's where I'm getting hung up a little bit, Steve. Is like I got the Infinity War Star-Lord already. I'm gonna get that Mantis. So now I'm thinking, well, dude, if I get the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, like that's all team suit stuff for the most part. Yeah. So I have been having that conversation with myself of like, what versions of the character do I want? So I'm kind of in the same boat. I don't want to collect every Guardian available, but I do want to have one version of the character. Star-Lord is probably the one character I would be okay having two of out of all the characters. But that Mantis is going to be, that's going to be my Mantis. Like even if they came out with Team Suit Mantis.
Yeah, that's the only Mantis I would want is the one that just came out.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
And also, real quick, I want to mention, this is completely off topic, but Mace Windu just popped back up on Underground. Estimated ship date, end of July, like July 31st. So if you need a Mace Windu, go to Underground Figures. Please mention I sent you. He just popped back up. Just did. I just randomly refreshed the page and he's up. We got Ben Thomas in the house. What's up, dude? Says, hey, guys. I just joined up on the Tough Nut crew today. Let's go. Thank you for being here, bro. Really appreciate it. We got Striker 47 in the house as well. What's up, Striker? Says, I actually paid off the group, but I only got the collector's edition. I didn't need the deluxe. Still waiting on Rocket to be released. Very nice. Very nice. Very cool. Yeah, dude, the Guardians, I gotta wait. I just gotta wait it out. I can't do it. I can't get all this stuff right now. Oh, excuse me, but he's very cool. Oh, you're muted.
That's where I'm at too, is like, dude, I know that if I get one team suit, I got to get the whole line. And I'm still in on this line if they ever did a Drax. I just might be, I don't need everything right now. Like I can wait a year, even 2 years to get a Nebula or to get a...
And there are a lot of Guardians figures. I feel like you're going to be able to probably get them at a reasonable price.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that's kind of where I'm at with it. If I decide to add the Guardians as I continue to build out my Marvel display over time. Okay, let me go. Let me switch gears here. Oh, a lot of stuff, man.
Yeah, I'm just glad to see some cool, like, we're finally getting that Groot. We're getting some Marvel figures released. We're getting some. I'm hoping for more announcements of Marvel that's not just Deadpool, Wolverine. Like I would love to see some cool Marvel announcements, man.
Sure.
And then you got these. See, I don't even think about these when I'm talking about all these pre-orders. I forget all about InArt.
These 3 Harry Potter figures that are gonna bleed you dry.
Exactly. I'm saying it's impossible, man.
So,
to keep up.
Oh shoot, this is not right. Hold on. Sorry, this is gonna look weird for a sec, you guys. As I crop this out like this. Oh, whoops, sorry. There we go. Okay. Let's try this. So, Hermione. And hold on, I need to check something real quick. I just want to see what it says in the InArt description of the video. So it says,
Yeah.
here's what we've enhanced. 1, improved the head sculpt for more accurate likeness. 2, changed to silicone leg to better reflect the character's appearance. So they did it, which I don't think really there was any doubt. And they did it rather quickly here as well. Like with this, we weren't talking about this very long ago, but I am not, there you go. Look at that. Look at that. I am not getting these. I have no stake in this as far as the InArt figures go for Harry Potter, but I know a lot of people are super hype on these. Are you happy with how Hermione looks? And the floor is yours, because I got nothing really much to say. I'm glad they improved it. I feel like my question is, why didn't you just do this in the first place? I feel like that's the main thing. Is I question why they did a seam to joint when they preach realism. Like they should have just done this in the first place. And this couldn't have been that hard to do. We see seamless bodies all the time, so why not just do it in the first place? Would be my only kind of just question about this whole thing. But go ahead.
I think it looks phenomenal. I mean, look, out of the 3 that have been announced, and again, I think they all look incredible, but the Hermione probably is the least, like, I don't want to say looks the worst, but like the Harry and the Ron just look insane, especially that Ron sculpt. But so out of all 3, this is probably the weakest of the 3 in terms of likeness, but I still think it's so like too. A 9.75 out of 10, 9.5 out of 10. Like
you're very high on these figures.
Well, the reason being, dude, is because, again, I think it's because the ones we have available to us right now, no disrespect to the company that put them out, but like they're not the best. And so to get it, like if there was already a Hot Toys version of this, I probably wouldn't be saying that. But the fact that these are the first Harry Potter figures we're getting at this level of detail, I think is really exciting for people that want to collect these. So maybe I overhyped it, maybe a 9 out of 10, but the Harry and the Ron, I think are like almost perfect sculpts. But this looks awesome, dude. This is just the figure. We haven't even discussed the diorama bases. These figures next to each other are going to look absolutely phenomenal. These are some of my most anticipated figures of the entire year. Probably definitely up there, like in the top, and again, I'm grouping them all together, but definitely like top 3. And I just can't wait, man. I mean, I'd argue that I'm probably more excited about these than a lot of stuff we've talked about on previous shows, just because I feel like Harry Potter is such a deep IP that I'm just hoping these sell good. I know they haven't been selling great on the pre-order stuff, but since J&D came out with those figures, I do think that's why we're seeing a lot more of these from InArt. I think InArt, ever since that, dude, InArt, they've already pretty much released, in a way, the Harry Potter, again, released. But now we're getting this. We're probably going to get the Ron shortly after. I think they are trying to up their production value quicker, especially with this line, maybe to see if it sells well, maybe to get it out before J&D can. I don't know. But dude, I cannot wait to have these 3 figures. They're already doing a Dumbledore. I'm just hoping it does well enough to where we can at least get a couple more characters and we can at least fill out a line, with maybe Snape and like maybe 1 or 2 other characters.
I'm pulling up this the Harry Potter unboxing as well.
It just looks amazing, dude. And this is the one thing I'm going to hand to InArt, man. I know they have their issues with like getting stuff out in time. The presentation, I feel like they make opening up their figures an event. I think it's like a really cool opening experience. I've never got to experience it, but just based on this video, man, the detail, Harry Potter, you're getting that insane diorama, you're getting awesome accessories. Like this is what a deluxe
Look
version,
at that book. That's really
premium,
cool.
That's what I'm saying, dude. This is what a premium release should feel like. There should be this level of
actual
detail,
words
this
in
much
those little
accessories.
things.
Yeah, look at the letter. I mean, that's just
like how
insane,
it's
dude.
sealed.
Yeah. And dude, I keep going back on it.
You got writing on these little things.
Look at that, dude. This is insane. If you're a Harry Potter fan, this stuff is just exciting the hell out of you, And so I'm just super excited, like 10 out of 10 excited for these figures, man. I cannot wait to get this in my collection. Cannot wait to build out there. I mean, look, man, I got the Fantastic Beasts from Hot Toys. So if Hot Toys ever did decide to do Harry Potter, they'd knock it out of the park. But
what's the guy's name from Fantastic Beasts again?
Grindelwald. Newt Scamander.
Oh yeah, Newt. Yeah, that guy, Newt Charmander. Okay.
New charm. Yeah, man.
I always online says this is a big W for us Harry Potter wannabe wizard nerds. Dude, yeah, it is. Updated likeness is phenomenal if you compare side by side. Hermione's likeness is great. I think in this video that I just showed though, I thought she was like a little bit, her eyes were a little bit off, or one of them was not aligned right.
I mean, are you seeing the box for the box for the wand, dude? And look at the base. The base is incredible. I love that simple. I love that.
Yes,
that's
cool.
Great. Yeah, dude.
He looks great, man. They definitely nailed it for Harry.
Oh,
Dang.
dude, it's awesome, man. It's an incredible. I'm telling you, I know you're not in on these, Steve.
Looks.
But I feel like there could be. I feel like you might end up getting this.
It's Leviosa, not Leviosa. She's a nightmare. No wonder she doesn't have any friends.
Damn, dude, what a damn.
Dude,
that was good. You sure you're not a Harry Potter fan, dude?
What a Ron impression, man.
But dude, me and Connor, I know Connor's talking to this. Me and Connor, we've been on the same wavelength this year. We're kind of on the same wavelength with these figures like this, Avatar, Prey. But again, I know me and Connor. Again, I know other people are excited too. But I don't want to speak for Connor. But I'm feeling like me and him are like a 10 out of 10 excited scale for these InArt Harry Potter figures, like this line. I know I know the people who are hyped for this are definitely hyped. It looks good, man. The unboxing looks really cool. This is what you want to see, dude. This is what you want to see from unboxing, stuff like that. It's very, very nice. Looks great. Where's my Batman at? And that's the thing. I haven't dealt with that experience yet.
So I think one thing too is we had Batman, and we talk about this all the time about them speeding things up. Batman released. I'm still waiting on my Batman. Aragorn has now released, and now Harry Potter has released, but we're still waiting on getting Batman figures. So my question is, like, do you have like separate people working on doing the rooting for Harry Potter? Like, what's the, like, are they trying to release multiple figures and have like people work on each individual figure and get them out that way? Or are they putting all their resources right now into like, let's get all the Batman out. Let's get all the Aragorn out. It seems like things are split up, because like, if this is already releasing, my question is like, well, where is my Batman figure that I've been waiting on for a while that I'm going to continue to wait for? You know what I mean? It's just kind of just interesting. And I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, like, it's interesting to see what the strategy is moving forward here, and how like the production is going to be. Is it going to be sped up? I know it needs to get faster. Long have I waited.
They put, the interesting thing, to compare with Hot Toys, like, it's like, Hot Toys will delay figures, but once they're released, they're released. And so I haven't had the deal.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Steve. You can answer that.
Sorry. I was sorry. I missed this collection of such a sneaker. Are you getting InArt Superman? I am. I pre-ordered InArt Superman. I am.
But I just think that, and there's that base. My God, dude, look at this diorama base right here. Look at that, dude.
So they made these stairs look really cool.
Dude, it just looks awesome, bro. And look, it doubles as that. That's what I love too, is like, it's almost like two different scenes.
That's big.
My God, look at that rooted hair, bro.
Yeah, they killed the rooted hair on this one.
But I totally get it. I have not gotten an InArt piece. I haven't had to deal with the wait time of paying for a figure and waiting on it. So I totally, once I have to deal with that, I might have a different opinion. But all I can base it on is this video, and I just think that this turned out even better than I think I was hoping for. I knew that it was going to look great, but this turned out just like what I was envisioning with the prototype, and maybe even a little bit better. I will say though that the one thing that is a little like, I'm with you. It's like, do they have two different things doing two different? Because it seems like InArt loves to like kind of put this stuff out, but we're looking at this video, and then they're gonna put it out, and I know they have that batch system or whatever, but that is the thing. Like, how long are we going to be waiting on this? People are still waiting for their Batman. People were still waiting for their Gandalf for a long time. I think
some people might still be waiting for their Gandalf.
That's frustrating. So that's definitely something I can totally understand.
It's been a year since Gandalf released. So like, when are we going to get these? You know what I mean?
That's wild, man.
That's I think the main question. But damn, he looks good. Look at this.
Yeah, dude.
This is crazy. Looks like this is very good.
I mean, this is like potential figure of the year type
this
release.
Looks really good, man.
Like this is up there because of just everything you're getting with this, man. Everything you're getting with this release.
The
just looks amazing.
Looks really good. Yeah.
I agree, Connor.
100%
agree.
The rooted hair on this one is far superior.
100% agree.
Hopefully it'll just hold like this.
And we talk about this a lot of times. If you were just to join this stream, go back a little bit more, Steve, on that full screen right there. If you were just to look at this image, I'm not seeing a figure, man. Like take the owl out of it because the owl kind of does look like that. But like that to me looks like a still from the movie. And that's what we always talk about.
Yeah, it's really good.
It captures a performance within that sculpt, So
Connor also says it might be because I'm a diehard Harry Potter fan, but not being able to see the scar is a big miss. Should have swapped out a hair piece to expose the scar.
Yeah, dude, it's a huge part of the story.
Yeah, they should have done that.
Yeah, Connor, I don't even think you have to be a huge Harry Potter guy to be annoyed with that. Like, I think that like the scar is like that is a gigantic that's equivalent to like Tony Stark's arc reactor. Like that's how important to the story like that is, So yeah, dude, I can't wait, man. I'm just gonna keep repeating it, Steve. So I'm done with my thoughts on it. I just think that this looks phenomenal. I still don't have the premium pre-ordered. In my defense, I wasn't in the game of 6 scale when this got announced. I have Harry and Ron. I've already accepted that I'm going to have to pay aftermarket prices for this guy, and I'm okay with it. I mean, it sucks, but I've accepted it because I have to have the rooted. I have to have the premium. And I'll make cuts elsewhere on my pre-order list to get that version of the character.
These figures are dope, dude. I'm
glad
I'm not getting them though.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. There's that select group of characters that you have on your pre-order list, Steve, that no matter what, like it's not getting cut. Like if you had to make all these cut, like they're for sure coming home. These Harry Potter ones are for sure coming home for me. Even though it's going to be an expensive endeavor, I can't wait to have them.
Yeah, Harry Potter is cool, but I can't do it, man. I can't do it. We all remember the marketing for this. Yeah, I know the scar is crazy. That's a missed opportunity right there. You got to put that on there. You got to put that on there. Clint says just wait for J&D. No, the J&D one does not look nearly as good, but you can get it for a better price.
Yeah, I mean, I am interested in the other characters they're doing that InArt might not do, so I might look at that because I know they're doing a Snape, but InArt's got to do a Snape, man. They got to figure out a way to do a Snape.
Yeah, it's tough. Like, yeah, you wait so long. That's just the hardest part.
Now, are you having to pay for this and then wait, or do you wait until it's available and then they're going to ship it out?
It depends on who you get it from. Like, if you get it from 1/6 kit, you just pay an NRD, and then when it's ready to ship, you pay the rest.
Okay, that's who I have my Harry and Hermione, or not Harry, Ron and Hermione through is 1/6 kit. So I wanted to just double check on how that works.
Yeah, then you just get invoiced when it's ready. InArt stated they're doing a Snape, and we saw Dumbledore. Yeah.
I did see the Dumbledore, Connor. I wasn't sure about the Snape, dude. And I would love to see, other characters, don't get me wrong. I'd love to see a ton of other characters. But if we could somehow get a Sirius Black or something.
Yeah.
Voldemort, obviously. Damn, dude, there's so many possibilities.
Also, I just saw as well that Kit himself posted in the 1/6 Kit Facebook group. InArt Ron and Hermione pre-orders will be cut off completely by the below schedule. Ron, 28th of July. And Hermione 25th of August. So you have a week, about a week. Yeah, the 20th of July to decide if you want Ron from 1/6 kit. Hagrid would be
Hagrid
really cool.
For sure. Yeah, my bad. I totally, that is a definite, yeah, for sure.
It's just hard to build out a line when it takes so long, That's
the concern. Thing. That's the concern. And plus, are they gonna, is this gonna be one and done? That them kind of making comments. I've seen some of the live streams that Will has had with the I guess it's like the marketing guy for I don't know his name,
John from InArt.
Me. Yeah, they've kind of mentioned that these figures aren't selling great out of the gate. So we'll see how that affects it. But I do think once these are out in the wild, I definitely think people that are kind of like you, Steve, like definitely not getting them. Maybe one day you might pick them up. But yeah, I am hoping that these sell well enough to where we get more. And for the price point of these, man, I don't mind like kind of spacing it out a bit but are they going to do older versions of the characters? Like, is this going to be the only Harry Potter they release? Because I would love to see some older versions as well, because those are the movies I actually enjoyed more, was like, you know, from Prisoner of Azkaban or Goblet of Fire on, you know. Connor just answered they might not do more. Okay.
Yeah. Here you go. John said they probably won't do more Harry Potter. Yeah, this is like kind of Darth Malik's point goes off of this as well. Like, I don't think they'll make anyone beyond Dumbledore. Pre-orders for the main 3 characters aren't as strong. That's
Agreed.
another thing. Like, I can't imagine this license is cheap. Like, this license probably costs like a fair bit of coin. So I think if Dumbledore, maybe like Snape, yeah, I could see them. And that's, again, like, that's where it gets really tough to build out a line. Like, if it's not that strong, then that's what you get. You know what I mean? And that's it.
Harry Potter has yet to reach that. Like, they're coming out with a new show, you know, on HBO Max or whatever, or on HBO Max or whatever. So that's going to bring more hype to it. Plus the new Universal theme park. I think that they're in that weird time frame where almost like we're not too far removed from the movies and the books to where there's that nostalgic factor for it yet, but we're not close enough to a release to where you can get hyped about the new Harry Potter movie coming out in November. So a few more years, you're going to start having a lot of people have that nostalgic pull for Harry Potter. And I think with this show coming out that Harry Potter is going to go through another cycle of like hype and stuff. Again, I think we're all wondering, are they just not going to sell in 6 scale? Because a lot of the merchandise sells extremely well, but does it sell with figures? So that's going to be interesting to see. Even more of a point why I think me and Connor want to pick them up so badly, and whoever else wants them, is because we might not get them again, you know? So,
you probably won't. Not to this caliber, I don't think. You know what I mean? Yeah. Connor says, I think doing, more so kind of their love of the first film, and build up their portfolio, right? They need to like get some figures out, you know? But yeah. InArt's doing good stuff. I just hopefully they can get
it out to people.
Get it out quicker. Okay. We are a little over 2 hours. It's almost 11 p.m. Central. I gotta get up at 5 a.m. Central. Not gonna get a lot of sleep tonight, but that's okay. Tron's in the house, says if they did Harry Potter when they're older teens, I'd pick them up for sure. I think that's kind of the consensus too. If they did like the older versions of the characters, people would be more inclined to buy them. I think that's I feel like just from generally of what people have been saying.
I would see if Hot Toys release I'm with you on that too. Like, I would be interested in those as well. Like I said, especially like Goblet of Fire, or like Order of the Phoenix, or you know, even like a Draco from like, you know, when he started getting more into some, I don't know. I don't want to go on a big Harry Potter thing here because I love Harry Potter, but I'm just glad to see we're getting some 6 scale figures, and if J&D's the person who carries it after this, if InArt doesn't do anymore, that's cool. I'm just hoping we get high quality figures from somewhere, you know. That would be nice. After these 3 release, I'm still hoping for I'm holding out hope that we're still going to get some of these deeper cut characters for fans of the series and the show.
There you go. Well said. I can tell by everything you're saying, you're real hyped about the Harry Potter figures. Eric says, great stream. We need to head out our wallets. Thanks, Howard. 100%. Ben Thomas says, great show, guys. Sorry I was late. Thanks for becoming a channel member again earlier, Steve. No problem, bro. Happy to support. Appreciate you both. Appreciate you too, bro. Thank you so much for stopping by. No problem about being late. I get it. Life is tough, man. It's hard to get into everybody's streams and shows. It's a struggle, but do what you can. 35
just
people
stopping by, dude. We appreciate it, bro. For real.
Yes. Godspeed, soldiers. The big sad is upon us. It's here. It's real. Invoices are.
Yeah, dude. Connor's sick of me at this point, dude. I message him like once a week. I was like, dude, any word on Harry? Like, have you heard anything? Like, am I gonna have a chance for the rooted Harry Potter?
You're gonna be able to get one. I think. Brad says, another great stream. Thank you so much, bro. Justin, before we go, tell the people about what you got going on your channel. Anything coming up that you're doing? Let the people know.
Yeah, so I appreciate it. I went kind of, I wasn't on here for 2 weeks. I wasn't making a lot of content. If you hadn't noticed, I just got done moving and stuff, so moved into a new place. But So I still don't have some of my posters up. I'm still going to do some stuff back here. But anyway, long story short, I do have quite a few videos. I've gotten my space set up to where I can start, getting more content out. So if you want to go check out some of my videos, I've uploaded like 4 or 5 videos over the past like week and a half. So I'm excited to be putting out some more videos for you guys. I have a lot of plans now that I got this space set up. Got a lot of stuff coming, a lot of different stuff coming too. I do a lot of like, if you look at my channel, I'm doing certain things, but I have some different videos coming out that are going to be different than what I've done before. So be looking out for that at the end of this week. Very excited to be showing that. Hopefully y'all enjoy them, because if, at the end of the day, it's about you guys, and I'm hoping that I can bring some value to you guys. But yeah, that's all I got going. If y'all want to check out some other videos, give it some love. I'd really appreciate it. If not, no big deal. I'm just glad that y'all are here supporting us on Sneak Peek. Again, as always, as I say every time I'm on here, thank you so much for the chat, for constantly being here, constantly giving us stuff to talk about, constantly being engaging. And yeah, man, it's good to be back, dude. It was fun to get to talk to you. I know we ran over a little bit, but I think it's because we hadn't talked on stream in a while. So it was I was making up for lost time in a bit. But yeah, dude, excited, man. I think we're going to get some insane news this week, guys. Like San Diego Comic-Con being out. I think it's going to be
there's going to be a lot of stuff. There's going to be a lot of stuff.
I think we're going to get some cool releases. Yep.
I forgot. Was it just me last time? Oh, so you haven't been on in like 3 weeks.
I think it was 2. Because you didn't go live last.
No, but 2 weeks ago I just went solo.
But that's what I'm saying. I didn't. Last week you weren't even on, and then the week before that's the one I missed.
Dude, so you haven't been on since June 30th.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. So I guess it has been almost 3 weeks. Or 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's been 3 weeks. Been 3 weeks, because I forgot the one I did 2 weeks ago was solo. But yeah, crazy.
But good news is I'm set up to where I can be here, man. So
yeah, go check out how I figure it. The link is in the description for his information below. It should be. Maybe it is. I need to update. I probably should update that. I need to look. But Keith Lee, evening peeps, what I missed? You missed the entire stream, bro, but that's okay. That is what the replay is for. We are just finishing up. It was a great show. If you're listening, if you're just now tuning in, yeah, I'd recommend going checking out the replay, because we talked about a lot of stuff, a lot of great topics tonight. Chat, you were the best as always. My channel, like I said, I'm in the process of revamping a lot of stuff in my collection right now, reposing stuff. So I'm trying to dedicate a lot of time to that. I'm going out of town this coming weekend as well. So it's just been a really busy summer for me. I know I've been light on content, but this show will go on every Sunday. Probably 8:15, 8:30. 8:30 is a little bit better time for me, just with everything I got going on. So it'll be in that same time range as it was, 8:15, 8:30-ish Central Time. So stay tuned for that for next week. I'm looking forward to next week's episode after Deadpool, talking about some stuff. That'll be a fun episode. Honest Hansel says, great show, gents. Obi-Wan releases this week. Dude, I hope so. Give us the GOAT. I want to see this updated head sculpt in all of its glory. Give us the GOAT. That figure is going to be amazing.
It is, dude. I can't wait for that one. But I realistically think, if you look back at the upcoming releases, I realistically think we're either going to get 40th anniversary Vader or Batman 89 Keaton. I feel like one of those two will be released this week. That's my prediction. Since I predicted
I hope they don't release Vader this early.
I want Batman 89 Keaton. That'd be a cool release to get this week. I mean, of course I want Obi-Wan, Vader, but I would love to get that Batman 89. I'm excited to see something. That's why I'm excited to see some of these Marvel releases, just because it's been so much Star Wars, which is a good thing, but it's been so much of it. I'm kind of excited to see like what's next. Like for the first time, dude, there's like 3 different IPs that we could see this week. So yeah, it's gonna be exciting.
Very exciting. Brad also says, can't wait to get my mono case, talking about MODUSPACE. And Malgus Empress says, same here, Brad, have 3 coming soon. So guys, I actually just got word, live update. The mono container should reach the warehouse on Tuesday. So in a couple days, it got caught up in customs, which it's just right now the customs.
It's happening with everybody, bro.
All that stuff is crazy. So, but it should be there in the warehouse on Tuesday, and then hopefully ship shortly after that, the first batch of the MODUSPACE monos. So that's really exciting. I know people have been waiting, and it's actually like not too bad of a turnaround time. It's actually like pretty nice.
Yeah, that is cool.
They're very nice. You get them quicker than their other cases currently. So yeah. Ren says, have a great night. Have a great night, Rens. I'm saying so. Batman 89, please. I know a lot of people are eager for that one.
Man,
Guys,
I can't wait, man.
On your way. Hold on 1 second. Honest Ansel says mono to Canada update. We're gonna stay on for like another minute or so. Let me see if I can find anything out. We got 32 in here, guys. If you haven't already, please hit that like button on the way out. I'm getting literally a live update right now.
Hey, while you're doing that, I want to shout out, like, look, I want everybody to know this. I don't have any affiliation with Underground at all. So this is just coming from somebody who's a customer who, like, I'm speaking from my own personal experience. So that's why I'm putting this out there so you guys know about it. I did notice, because when Steve said there was a mace, I was kind of looking at the figures. I think that Ray has put a lot of figures on sale as well. These figures, there's some figures that have dropped in price, guys. So if you're kind of waiting on some prices, plus Sideshow's got that deal. I don't know if anybody's interested in that stuff, but there's a couple of figures on there that I've had my eyes on that have dropped like, $50-$60. So I just, as a fellow collector, I just wanted to give y'all a heads up if y'all were in the market for some different figures and stuff. I saw that Sylvie from like the Loki show was like down to 209 or something. So I've been kind of looking at that one.
So Honest Hansel, I just got an update. You can go on to the US website, the MODUSPACE US website, and you can order the mono from there. So you can actually place an order to Canada. So just like I said, go on the US website, and that's the way to get it. That's direct from what I was just told by Brian, who owns the company. So there's some real-time updates for you. So first batch monos arriving Tuesday to the warehouse, hopefully, shipping shortly thereafter. And then if you live in Canada, just go on the US MODUSPACE website and you can make your purchase there. It is not coupon eligible. I don't think you can use like Sneaker, but I do have, if you go on my Instagram, I do have an affiliate code that you can use. You can try using the code Sneaker. I don't think that it works, but I do have an affiliate code. If you have, honestly, so if you have an Instagram, dude, hit me up on there. I can give you some more information. But yes, that would be awesome if you, like I said, I have a posting of the mono on my page and my Instagram page. And I think too, back on my YouTube video that I did of the mono review, you can find, hold on 1 second. You know what? I'm going to find it right now. In case anybody's interested in ordering, let me find it. Here's the video. Here you go. I'm going to paste it into the chat. There you go. I know it looks like it's currently unavailable right now, but the next batch should go up hopefully at some point soon. I can keep an eye and update you guys, but yes, that's my referral link. That'd be awesome if you used it. Okay, Justin, anything else before we sign off here?
No, that's it for me, man. Thanks again for having me on. Thanks for the chat, for being here. Really appreciate you guys. And if you get a chance, check out some of my videos. I will be uploading a couple of videos this week as well, because San Diego Comic-Con, man, we're going to get, I feel like, a lot of cool news, even if it's not Hot Toys or InArt. There's a ton, like, dude, they're Caustic Plastic. I'm going to do a video on them because they're doing Bloodsport, bro. They're doing a Bloodsport 1/6 scale figure, which is insane. So again, man, they're doing a lot of cool stuff. It's an awesome time to be a collector. It's an expensive time, but it's an awesome time, dude. So yeah, just thanks again for having me, and had a blast, man.
Yeah, dude, happy to have you back. I can't believe it's been 3 weeks since I last streamed with you, but yeah, happy to have you back, man. Glad all your stuff's going well with all your new area and moving and all that jazz. So good to have you back, dude. Chat, thanks as always. Really appreciate you guys, always contributing to the conversation. Like I said, this show is, it's Justin and I chatting, but also bringing in just everything you guys are talking about as well, because we want you to be a part of the conversation. We want your voices to be heard. So thank you all for being here. Really appreciate you guys. Until next time, Hope you guys enjoyed your stay. Collect carefully.